Big shot go off, yeah, I'm at it.
You know that popular Sting song. Not
the one about walking.
The one about walking. You know, it's been copied a bunch of times, but we'll come up with it eventually. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us here for the CPTC live stream, week number 7. This is a Series 3 match. We are at beautiful, historic North Shore Country Club.
Yes.
And
in
North
Glenview.
Shore, in Glenview, and North Shore will be facing off against the Winter Club.
They're in Lake Forest, right? That's in Lake
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, technically Lake Forest. And you got to appreciate it when a club names itself after the season in which the activities take place.
It's just such a beautiful story.
It's perfect. It is perfect. So North Shore versus the Winter Club, Court 1, Series 3. Director of Racket Sports here at the club, Will Colmar, over there warming up on the, I'm going to call it the ad side, I think. Yeah, he's on the ad side with gray pants on the far side. And then the deuce side, his partner, Jamie Dahl. And then over here, closest on the ad side for the Winter Club is Scott Gottman, and Ryan Vahey is over here on the deuce side. So we got a fun match tonight for no other reason than it's always fun to watch Will, do whatever he's going to do.
He's liable
It's
to.
going to be absolute flashes of brilliance, or
That's right.
or he's going to go off the rails and just crash and burn in the most spectacular fashion.
He's like we're on a cruise for one.
It's amazing.
Without the scurvy, where there's still cruise going.
I love watching him play. Shout out to our sponsors for the evening, by the way. Appreciate them helping us out so we can get this live stream, make it a real thing of beauty. Wintrust, Viking, and Illinois Bone and Joint.
Yes.
Illinois.
Do we have taglines and slogans? Sorry, Cal, I didn't mean to step on you there.
No, it's just
low, Cal. Do we have slogans for all 3 of those fine organizations?
You know what? It's interesting because we actually had a meeting today with the wonderful people at Wintrust, and we've got some stuff coming from them. I'm excited.
I love it.
With Dr. Brian.
Yeah,
I feel like we don't do enough with
They've got some stuff.
We can't do
our
enough
way.
for our sponsors.
That's
I just
true.
don't think we can.
New fancy logos and reads and the whole deal.
Fancy breakfast. Levensies. This will be good. It's a nice evening for paddle too, Coach. We're looking at mid-40s, kind of where I wish I was right now.
All right, Sean.
That was a good poll. I was only borderline joking when I was talking about Charities possibly being the last nice day of paddle for the season, but it's close.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close. You can get to the second half of November and be like, what happened?
I know, it was actually pretty good.
Miserable.
It was nice yesterday.
All right, I'm going to play the acoustic riff of it, see if either of you guys can figure out what it is.
What is his name? What are we?
It's not Sting singing.
Are you still, you get tunnel vision.
You can't pull it, huh?
Is that?
Can't pull it?
I can't figure out what she's saying, so I can't look up the lyrics.
The
No,
broadcast?
this is important. It's not copyrighted. That's why I played a version of a woman singing it.
Oh,
Because it's not Sting's version. Otherwise, we'd be in
We're
trouble.
still going to get in trouble for that.
I didn't play 7 seconds.
I'm just saying.
We'll be in trouble either way.
There's a 7-second delay, so we're going to get in trouble, but it'll be delayed.
All right, so here we go.
They ready to go?
Getting ready to serve here. Gottman for Winter Club after, I don't know if they won or lost the toss. Love 15. We really should play first ball in.
Didn't they give him one?
Probably.
Well,
it's a solid return from Will. The jumping Marat Safin backhand, two-handed backhand
asserting
slap.
himself early without the racket throw.
Like you do. One of the best things that comes after Charities weekend. Ooh, that was a nice attempted dig, but great corner.
I know.
That's vintage
Ryan
Joshua
Vay, right?
Eastmore.
Ryan.
I guess it's vintage Ryan Vahey is what it is.
Apparently. Bummer City. But after Charities, you do get the tournament afterglow, Coach. Woo! And, I'm pretty sure that after everybody plays in Charities and they, grind it out for an entire weekend, that the next match is typically very low stress.
Yes.
By comparison to the national ranking points.
It's true. No, it's true. As a matter of fact, but you also feel more comfortable playing league ball after you play charities.
Yeah,
you play
no,
big-
it's true. I do remember that being part of the tournament season, as you'd play a couple tournaments and have some intense matches, as the
Yeah.
competition was always great, and then you get back to the league matches, and all of a sudden you felt super comfortable.
No question. I think Scott Gottman was just a little too comfortable. That happens on the first game of any
great
kind. What a
drive.
dig. Well, he
Nice
definitely's got
hands.
some.
The chicken wing.
Mr. Gottman's definitely got some talent there. That was not those were some pretty cool. Those were shot makers. Look at this.
Jeez.
All of a sudden, somebody turned up the volume on the action here. And I'm not just an
Well,
audio guy saying that. Look at that's going to drop. No, it won't. Nice try.
That's close. That first game is clearly not indicative of how the match is going to go. The
No.
continued warm-up first game that we all experience. Great serve from Will.
So we'll go an underhand, going deuce side and going over his head for the ad side. I wonder if he continues that pattern.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
wouldn't be
Las Vegas
surprised.
line on that is right now.
I think he's sort of kind of committed to that.
Just because he can kick it that way. That makes sense.
Yep, and I think it's one of the things that he also did well in his preseason camps, which I was lucky enough to help out with a little
That's
bit,
right.
is that he was talking about the importance of the strategy and making sure that you're treating the deuce player, the serve to the deuce side differently than the serve to the ad side, because points have to start differently.
My favorite part of the
Taking
camp.
his own advice.
My favorite part of the camp was the color war and then the s'mores. So I'm not.
Did you attend Danger Camp for Boys?
I'm
Was
not
there-
saying that was there, but
Were there bows and arrows?
There were.
Archery was my favorite part of the camp.
because nothing really could go wrong there.
Right.
Nice pick.
It was either that or the BB gun range.
And
Just
who
a
needs
little
goggles?
deep there from Ryan. And by BB gun range, I mean one kid smuggled in a BB gun. Unsanctioned camp activity.
No, it's of course he had the counselor that would let it go. No, he's just being a kid. No problem. All right, so we got 40-15 here. In, as they say when I play, in danger of holding. But
Hate it when that happens.
yeah,
It's a great close on that volley from Jamie. He's got the height.
he does.
He's going to have the opportunity to put that ball high into the
It's
screens.
funny you say that because he's one of those guys that looks like he plays even bigger than he is. Like he's tall as
As
it
a
is.
fellow Giant, I respect the height.
Yeah.
All right, so there it is, 2-0. North Shore off to an early lead.
Let's see if RV can stand the tide. It's tough to hit that high backhand. Nice kick from Ryan Bay right there. Give him cred. He's got some street cred now. Oh, I jinxed him. Oh, shut
Come
up
on,
now.
Sean.
What kind of a
I believe
comment?
his
him off the
friends
air.
called him Ryan Hollywood Vahey.
Did they say, is that what
That is what was
he was the
said.
Hollywood dude?
Yeah. Don't sound too surprised.
I mean, that
No,
makes
I'm not
sense.
saying that.
That
You never-
checks out.
He might have one heck of
He's
a
got the
resume.
game.
Look at
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Transition.
Little hard into the back screen
Yeah, it's
against.
going to be kind of tough, especially off the Colmar forehand wing. When he gets it cranking up, it's kind of tough. 15-30.
Will the Anaconda Colmar.
I love that swipe. Yeah. But see, the tough part about being rackets director here, which of course, as I say that, I mean my backhanded way, no pun intended, but that's what Will is here. He's the rackets director here at North Shore Country Club. Sometimes when he plays in these events, if he does a few things that maybe he doesn't necessarily recommend on court all the time, can get razzed about it. But I know Will, and Will will actually tell you that every so often, hey, this is actually working. You know, whatever he will do, there's usually a method to it.
That's a great play. Nice screen
Really
drive
smart.
from Will, and Jamie closing on that quickly.
Yeah.
To take it away.
Don't blame Ryan for kind of hanging just to see what's going on.
No, I
Maybe
mean,
you
that's
have to bail out.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
so-
move to take advantage of your partner's heavy
Exactly.
drive.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny because Will Colmar is my #1 example when I was talking to students about somebody who's so good at teaching the game tactically.
Yes.
And then he does a bunch of stuff that no one should ever do.
That's exactly my point.
He's my number one
Right,
example,
exactly.
I think, just because of the stuff that he can pull off where the average person should just never implement the stuff from his game.
After being a parent for so long, I feel like that's a dad move. Never do this
Exactly.
as you do it. You know?
I've done it, but you shall not.
If I ever catch you doing what I'm doing right now, I swear to God. All right, so.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly. Are you familiar with that, are you, Cal?
Brad Smith.
A young man like you?
Yeah. Oh.
All right, well, 3 love.
Nice dig.
I feel like Scott and Ryan are still getting their bearing a little bit.
Yep. And if they came from Winter Club, then they spent, 35 minutes in the car to get here. So, still a little tight. But I think Will's overhead in general is going to put a lot of pressure on him. It's going to stay low all the time. It's good hands.
Without question, Coach. Yeah, clearly when you've got a rackets director on the court, it's going to be kind of tilt the scales a little bit.
For sure.
Water foul, nice. Yeah, whenever the waterfall goes into the nick, Coach, I call it a water foul. I don't know why that's funny.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's really not that funny.
I think that's the way to go.
But as I said, as long as you can name some waterfowl, I think it's all right. So every so often, if I hit one, I'll just call one of them's called a bearded scaup, and then another one's like a red-breasted merganser.
Oh, those are a lot better.
Exactly. If you just started tuning in at home, I'm sorry for that last comment.
Mallard,
but you are you are watching a Series 3 match between the Winter Club and NorthShore Country Club here in lovely Glenview, Illinois. We are at the NorthShore Country Club, or I should say NorthShore Country Club.
Historic.
Right. On that far side in the blue, that's Will Colmar, his partner, who just hit that waterfowl. Oh, I know, I should stop that right there.
I like it.
Waterfowl
Keep going.
Okay. There's Jamie Dahl. And on the near side, on the right in the gray, is Ryan Baye. And then Scott Gottman is about to receive serve from the ad side.
Black backwards hat.
And both of them
Get a
are
hold
little
of that
bad
thing.
boys wearing their hats back.
Well, I mean,
I wasn't allowed to do that at Exmoor.
That's important. Well, that's a, form over function thing.
Exactly.
Great return. Ooh,
No, that's just-
nice hands.
Really?
What
Wow.
a great play.
Gottman.
Good close.
Hands lightning.
I mean, Will really thought that he handcuffed
So
him
did
there,
I.
and he made a volley from behind his body.
Apparently, Scott didn't get
Great
the memo.
shot by Scott.
Yeah. It's tough when you leave the deck like that. Not that Scott can't pull that off, by the way, but most of the time we tell everybody stay on the deck when you're hitting a return.
Yeah. A good serve will make you, it'll change your elevation a little bit, though, and make it a little tougher to
Yeah.
get a clean return.
I wonder what it's like to get elevation. I can't get off it. Yeah.
All right, so Winter Club got into this game here with some really solid
Oh,
defense.
what a nice. Oh,
And-
that's just great playing
that's
from
tough.
Dahl. Awesome. That two-hander, just compact, kind of block. Kind of almost a chip that went low, set up that actual volley down the center like that. That was impressive. By the way, when I talk about elevation, the only reason I'm saying I can't get off the ground is that, those chairs that they have at certain venues where they don't want you taking them away, so they put lead under them? That's pretty much me right there. I think you're...
when they have to nail down the furniture.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Like in prison.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I didn't want to say that that's where it was, but yeah, that's where it was.
Up 4? All right, so NorthShore out to a commanding lead here.
Exactly. Well, let's call this a reset for Ryan and Scott, though. I mean, I know it sounds like a stupid pun because, but I just sometimes you just got to go, okay, reset. Even if you are down, let's start over and see.
This
if we
is
can
tough.
Get
this is sort of a classic paddle conundrum, right?
Exactly.
Will is a strong enough player where most of the time you don't want to put the ball on his paddle.
But he's
your
playing the
alternative
outside, yes.
is to, put the ball on the deuce guy all the time,
Yep.
which, it's not like Jamie doesn't know what he's doing.
Right, giving him a forehand.
Right, so you end up getting stuck here a little bit, trying to just be conservative with your decision making.
Absolutely.
Great overhead from Will, putting some junk on that ball.
Fire ball.
And hitting it as deep as he did. That's exactly the shot you're talking about right there.
Yeah. Great
Actually,
dig, though.
he
Good
handled
recovery
it.
ball.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that's where it gets rough to attack that
There you
deuce
go.
player.
I'm with Ryan if he's going to stay down
There
the
you
middle
go,
like
yep.
that. That's probably a smart, safer shot, especially coming into Will's side. Get the overhead a little too fast, or I should say with a little too much pace. Will can maybe make a screen drive like that out of it. That's what I'm talking about.
Little
So sometimes-
surprise
Exactly.
backhand flick there from Colmar.
Yeah.
Now, it's important to mention that Will Colmar is on gear. So,
Yes,
he does
nice
some
serve
things that
from
not
Scott
everybody else
there.
can do. But luckily, paddle is not a tested sport, so he's fine. Do what you got to do for any competitive edge.
There's no analytics in the game yet.
The Barry
Yes.
Bonds of platform tennis.
The Bo Jackson.
He's fine.
40-30.
All right. Possible hold point here for Gottman.
What a serve.
Nice.
And they do on the board. Way to go, guys.
All right, there we go.
There you go. I'm a big fan.
Clinical.
So 1-4.
Exactly.
It's a good hold there from Winter Club. Will might have forced it just a little bit with a couple of drives. It's not like he didn't have them off the net, but maybe tried to convert some shots from below the net.
But a little too much.
Mustard.
Exactly. Well, I was going to just say some
extra
condiments,
action.
some type of on that one, but
Mustard.
I don't know that wow.
Great serve.
It was caught the edge of the sideline. There's almost both lines right there. Way to make up for the first one.
Well, and Sean, they don't call him Colonel Mustard for nothing.
Yeah.
Everything's a board game.
Yeah, what Cal said.
Clue.
Once more, I'm going to compliment the lighting here. The last time I was here, did they put in new lights here? Because they're beautiful. Everything's crisp.
I can't remember the last time we did a live stream from NorthShore. I think we did one in the first season,
Okay.
but I don't think we did one last season.
Yeah,
so
definitely
I would have to ask.
Well,
would
Because
have
I
to
do
ask
not remember this
Will.
place, period.
well, I've been here for ladies' league tennis meetings, and let's just say a good time was had by all.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm not being sarcastic at all when I say that. No, it was actually pretty good.
Now you don't know what to do.
No, there was a
Little deep?
I think it was a rap song by Jason Stanislaw. I think we had to put up with at one point, but it was actually very creative. He's a creative guy. I like Jason.
Jason Statham.
30-40. Here's a break point. So as we were saying, anything can happen. Gottesman and Vey are finding their range a bit more. That's a
Wow.
good screen drive. He wasn't even really in position for that. That's called talent with a T.
As opposed to talent with a PH.
Sure. I mean, there are rabbit holes, and then there's just holes in the ground, Cal.
Go for
I wonder if the audience can tell that we just finished up 4 straight days of streaming and
Yes.
charities, and after a very short, what feels like 4-hour break,
I love
we're
it. I
suddenly
love
live
that
again. Great dig. That was a really good.
Dahl almost wore that one.
He got up off the screen.
Yep, 4-2.
Shouldn't have missed that. That was just for the viewers at home. Will was talking to you. Shouldn't have missed that.
Well, that's what the ambient mic is for, Coach.
That's right.
The extra commentary / profanity.
And what an addition it has made to get that
Yeah.
higher quality shotgun mic going for the matches.
Oh,
It makes you feel like you're right there.
Well, it's a different type of condenser.
Hard to imagine it could get worse.
No, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it works out.
No, Sean,
It's
I don't know.
double
You
duty.
found whatever that very nice shotgun mic you used the first 2 years. I definitely think there was an improvement somehow with the
new one.
Yeah, with the new ones. But now this one, I mean, my goodness.
Well, there's
Or the
constantly
Roadcaster.
trying, you know.
Impressed.
Well, you know what, Cal? If you're not going forward, you're going backwards, dude.
It's true.
We got to find.
That is why.
We got to find.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Right.
At Charities, we did the old medication roulette. So Sean took my Rogaine, Matt took his, I don't know what Matt, and then I got Matt.
Melatonin.
Yeah, and then I got Matt's extra strength oxycodone,
Perfect.
double extra strength.
Let's rotate more often.
Yeah,
He's gonna roll that one.
he's never slept better.
Sleep right now.
How did that stay in? It was a little long because you know what I was gonna say. He pounded that thing, which was by
I
the
like
way a
that
great
shot,
idea.
though.
Yeah, so do I.
I mean, he definitely had Jamie working in the corner, and there was an opportunity to, you know, if he was able to get him out of
Oh,
position.
come on, that's just
Tough.
deft.
Tough.
Come on, that's a Rackets director shot right there.
Yeah,
Who
he
hits
likes
the
to keep
roll?
it smooth, that little backhand
Yeah.
placement push.
That's how strong he is, actually. I'm just going to give him some more props here because he technically has a two-handed backhand, but he can hit a one-hander quite like that. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, Ryan. I hate it when he does that. All right, this is it. This is Ryan's game. I'm calling it here. Believe in yourself. Yeah. Bring in the heat. Great block there by Scott. Oh, making a move. Will
Just
playing
stayed in.
pickleball. There's a pickleball pro right there.
All right, top 5 scorekeeper.
It's all right. I forgive you, my darling.
My little Untermensch.
Nice.
Yeah, who's to say we can't use terms of endearment on the telecast?
We can do whatever we want.
Yep.
Well. Good lob. No way.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what? That's a tough ball.
Captain Casual.
I give you, exactly. I give Scott Gottman, first of all, that was a great overhead from Ryan. Just, you know what? You just got to give Will credit, man.
Oh, yeah, 2 in a row. You're in trouble when Will starts walking around the court.
Missed it. Did he hit him
I don't think so.
on the fly?
No?
Okay. All right. I was going to say, because he's apologized. I think he just apologized for going after him. I don't know if he got him. So we're at 30-15, are we not? Great
Yes,
return from
Believe so.
Gottman.
Yep, that's a good return.
Well, I tell you what, when he gets it in the wheelhouse, taking it on the rise like that, that is just money.
Here's the
30-all.
question: What's a wheelhouse? Like, what's the actual definition of that? I'm aware of what the expression means, but
Oh, you are? Okay.
you know, it's in someone's wheelhouse. But what's
Yes.
a wheelhouse, Sean? You're the one that said it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't mind talking about it. Now, there are a couple different types, though. Because there's you could talk it from an automotive perspective. But usually, how about we just talk, look at this, look at this point.
Nice dig.
Really nice dig. Great team. Little Robin Hood leap there. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good looking backhand. That's a really good looking back from Jamie Dahl. Well, anyway, actually, the best analogy probably,
Oh, that was
Cal, because
game.
you don't think I'm. Yeah,
Is that set then?
It is set.
That would be first set right there.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with the definition of wheelhouse after these messages from
Darn,
our
I wanted to get it in
sponsors.
before that.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Look at this.
And we're back midpoint.
Welcome back. First point of the second set. I'm Matt McClure alongside Sean Albrecht and Cal Noble. We're at North Shore Country Club for a Series 3 match against Winter Club.
Yes.
Will Colmar and Jamie Dahl against Steve Gottman and Ryan Vahey.
Colmar and Dahl won the first set just a little while ago, 6-2. And we're starting it out right now.
Everyone seems to be having a great time.
And why would? The weather's beautiful.
Well, I believe there was a definition promised.
That's right. So wheelhouse. So where I was going with that wheelhouse thing.
Yeah, I want to.
If you
Matt
think of a
has it
pitching
pulled up
machine-
right now, but I want to see what Sean says first.
Well, I was just going to say, I was going to use an analogy. I mean, if you want to
apologize.
get the actual definition, go ahead and use Matt's
No,
definition.
but I wanna know
totally
what-
trust
yeah.
that even more than my
Right.
analogy.
No, I just want to hear what you.
Considering some of my commentary during the broadcast till now, I think we probably won.
Seems
I
like
think
you're
we're-
delaying a lot.
I think we're better off.
Let's hear what we got. What's a wheelhouse, Sean?
Well, no,
Talk
what
to
I was
us.
going with
Yeah.
that is it's a matter of physics.
Ah.
So depending on how you set up a cylinder, and I'm thinking of a pitching machine. You've ever seen one of those?
Yeah.
You know, you go back one way or the other. But if you set it up the right way, it's actually can get faster. And if gravity cannot help do its thing and you set it up the wrong way, it doesn't go as fast. So you get it right in the right strike zone, if you will. That's probably even a better way to put it, because we use that term strike zone as coaches anyway. Am I wrong, Coach? I mean, I'm probably, that's a
Yeah,
great.
you know what's interesting is that I'm not finding a ton of the details of the origin of the saying. It just says that in the 50s, radio announcers started, they caught on in the world of baseball. And it was essentially, being the, sort of in the sweet spot of someone's swing. Like
Yeah.
They're in their best.
For
Right.
gravity, like
When they wheel
impressive.
around to hit
Their
the ball.
skill set
Right.
or their experience, yeah, but
When
it
they
doesn't.
wheel around to hit the ball.
It doesn't have a lot to do with. Oh wait, here you go.
By the way, Love won in the match here.
Out to
Will
an early
Colmar
lead,
of North Shore Country Club is serving now, and now it looks like Love 5. So Gottman and Vahey asserting themselves a little later, but asserting themselves nonetheless. Go ahead, Coach. What were you
Here we
gonna
go. 1800s, the wheelhouse is the area that housed the steering wheel, which was commonly referred to as the bridge, where the captain was able to do everything necessary in order to succeed.
Admiral.
I know.
So
We are on a cruise here.
really, really being in your wheelhouse, meaning that you're
Yes.
primed for success. You have
Wow.
everything.
I'd like to think we're on a
Everything-
boat, and you're kind of Captain Stubing that, and Cal's
I feel a
Almond
lot
Purser
more
Smith.
like. I feel a lot more like Gilligan.
No, I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sean bears the resemblance. We've got
That would make me the skipper.
Ramish.
No, I've gotta be the-
Admiral Ramses. Yeah.
It's Ramius.
And then
Ramius.
I'm Captain Vroden.
Will you look this stuff up before
And then
you throw it out there?
And then Matt has to be.
I'll be the cook that betrays
Nice
everyone.
shot.
No. You're the American captain who ends up, kind of taking over the boat. Anyways.
Got lucky there. That just stayed along the screen.
I'll be Roy Scheider.
Oh yeah, sure. Great actor.
So Sean's the guy going around offering.
We're gonna need a
everybody
bigger
tea.
boat. Yeah, right. I'm offering everybody
More tea, anyone? And then
One
I'm the
shot
guy
to
that never gets to see Montana.
You're Sam Neill. You get shot. Okay. Nice lob.
See Montana.
Okay, he's gonna roll that. Oh, I thought he was going. Man, you
For
know
anybody
what?
that hasn't seen The Hunt for Red October lately, it really holds up.
It
really
what?
does. It really does.
Parts of it do.
A lot of paddle analogies in the movie.
It's a good educational watch.
I know where. I'll point them out if you really want to watch it. There we go. I'm used to that. The inside out. Oh, he's going to cut it. You knew it. It's
Ooh, that
and
one
he
had some
volleys it
action on it.
smart. It's a really smart move from Ryan coming in to volley that ball. Because if that bounces, it probably coming back over the net. Much more difficult to get back. Are we?
All right, so this
Are
is
we at 1540? We are.
This is a real opportunity here for Winter Club to.
Great wide serve
That's
from
tough.
Colmar. Wow.
That underhand thing can really accelerate on you. 34.
Yeah, and you know what? He also puts a fair amount of side spin on it, Coach, not just top. And that's where he gets that kick going that direction. Hence the idea of him using it on the deuce side.
like the whisper drive.
Yeah, I guess. All right, back to deuce.
Give it all she's got,
Oh,
Captain.
no, I take it back. I
No,
guess it was.
yeah, that was a break point there. And now the Gottman, no, Ryan Vahey.
Ryan Vahey's got the serve. That's just
Well,
a
you know what
big
they
back.
say, Sean. It's only a break if you hold.
It's just a re-screen drive from Gottman. Crazy good.
It's a smart play in transition.
It was.
You know,
It's
Somebody-
almost like Will hit that almost too hard. What
Yep.
a return.
can
Yeah.
blow a ball between a team, but then you are trying to take the net, and if they're back there early enough,
Yep.
Those things are tied down, too.
They got an opportunity. Tough to. It's just getting on. And again, as tall as Jamie Dahl is, tough to keep it in his strike zone. Just got a little bit high in the strike zone there for him. Great lob. Maybe it's going to be in there.
It is.
Well, as we were saying, I guess, there we go. Ryan and Scott have got their bearing at
And
this
a
point.
point here to go up 3-love,
Yep.
which would be just about what the doctor ordered.
We're just going to use all sorts of
Not that
sports
doctors
cliches.
necessarily are ordering things.
More of a prescription.
I remember seeing
salve
something.
we can put on the
I hate to give a shout out,
line.
but I think it might have even been Tumblr back like in 2010, where it was
You
like
better
this,
be careful with this.
no,
Kyle.
where this guy was like, I want to go to med school so that every time I get lunch, I can go. That's just what the doctor ordered.
such a great
Why
setup.
is that funny?
It's just what the doctor ordered.
Another great return,
Super
nice
return.
try. Yeah,
And the head ball from Colmar.
we'll take it.
The Premier
deuce.
League forehand. So we're at deuce here. Will expertly let that go to the screen. Almost looked like he was going to take that on a one-timer. Oh, yes. Good take there from Jamie Dahl. There it is.
And he wants that early. Call him Netflix. He's not letting it go to the big screen.
Been saving these up, Cal?
He one-times that one, and it works. Oh, man,
That's
that's a nasty
Such a tough ball to
screen
read.
drive.
But he handles it.
Well, you know what? He was smart.
Oh
to
my
try
goodness,
to volley
great.
it.
Oh.
Just too good. All right, a break point here for North Shore.
To negate the previous.
Exactly.
I got it. Communication there in the middle.
Did that hit it? No, it didn't hit it.
No, he let it go.
That's a smart reset right there. You get behind the service line. That's just, I guess, just what the doctor ordered, right, Cal? Pretty much. He goes, okay, you know what? If you're Will Colmar, you can try to pull that off.
Jumping on that kind of early.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Will has one of my favorite moments from a tournament. We were in Cincinnati having dinner.
Good serve
And-
from Ryan.
Somebody goes, Will, you're looking
Caught
like
Dahl a
super
little
jacked.
bit.
You've been working out a whole bunch, or what's the deal? And he
Yeah.
goes, no, I've been buying smaller shirts.
That is something you would say. Roller.
I don't mean this as a personal attack, because I just have this opinion. It has nothing to do with what Sean just said, but I always love when.
Why are you dragging me into
When
this?
someone tells a story and someone's like, "That sounds like something I would say," it's like, "Yeah," because that's what he did
'Cause
say.
he said it? Well, I
I'm
mean,
telling the story.
Sean is saying that it's true to
No,
character.
it's very.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
understand, and it's a very common saying. I've just always found it kind of amusing.
It's actually,
I always appreciate
middle of the
that
road.
It's
verification.
in our
though.
wheelhouse.
I always appreciate the verification of, yeah, that sounds right. That checks out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just what the doctor ordered.
Not only that, in this economy,
That's the Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The captain. They had this replacement
Nice
captain
dig.
Pick.
whose catchphraise was, "That's gonna leave a mark," but he didn't know how to use it, so he'd like have cereal and he goes, "Boom, that's gonna leave a mark."
This is never. Nice roller.
Yes.
Oh,
How?
what a dig.
how does that happen? Unbelievable.
It's right in his
Hands
wheelhouse.
from Jamie Dahl right there. If we could We don't have the replay working tonight, do we?
Yeah,
we do.
got it.
We'll get a replay as soon as the point's over.
That's the deepest
baseline
cutter I've seen in my whole life. Hit another
All
one.
right, that was.
That's a good touch right there from Colmar.
I got one saved up for the next time he cuts something.
Right, I'm not sure how to take that one, Cal, but we're just going to continue marveling at this point. Good.
Don't worry
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
That's
nice
so
touch.
sneaky.
No, Gottman and Vahey have really stepped it up.
Yeah, they really have. It's really on that. That's tough.
And
Did
here's
that
a
stay in?
replay.
Jump
No, it
ball.
did not.
I was going to say, wow, because I couldn't see it from here. Wow. All right, so this is now we'd have got a hold point for Ryan and Scott now. It's good cut off right there from Scott. Smart, knowing
All right.
Will's got that snap.
3-0
inside out.
first set winner club.
Well, I guess not. I guess either
Oh, I
that
thought
ball
that
was
was
good. No, I think his overhead might have been good.
Okay,
Coach.
all right.
You know, I thought so because it did look nice.
It was just a reaction from the winner club team where they just
Yeah.
stopped moving.
Matt, can you
Dude, it's
use your
true.
OBS skills and just zoom us out so we don't get that little corner there? Just not sure how you do
That's
it
why
so
Matt's
well.
the boss.
Yeah, he
right
is.
there.
Oh, there. Oh,
And we are
There we
back to deuce
go.
though. Along. All right. Another break point here.
what?
That's what I'm thinking.
That last game we ended prematurely
Oh.
thinking
Yes.
that something else had happened. So this is add Colmar.
Colmar,
Yep.
yeah.
Doll.
Tell you what, they're building a wall really solidly, or a solid wall, if you will, every time Will decides to drive the ball. So let's give the Winter Cup credit for that.
Well, I was going to say the sort of big difference maker has been that, I mean, they just played higher quality defense in those first couple games,
No doubt, Coach.
and we're making really
Nice
good
day.
decisions.
Yep. Square of despair. That's a nice lob. You know what? He was late getting, you know what? I got to give Dahl credit. Late preparing for that slightly, but it didn't matter. He hit a great drive.
Made it work.
Cal flashing out there, man.
The kid's like a ninja,
He is.
and not just because he's a master of every style of combat.
A 6'7" 91-pound ninja. So, well, if they have, I don't think they have weight classes for ninjas, is there? I don't know.
Is that what you're saying? You're unsure?
It's possible. What a hammer forehand from Ryan Vahey. Just get out the fan club president's application. I'm signing up. That was huge. You got it, Coach?
Yeah. First point, right? 15 love.
Nice shot. Yeah, it is. It's a good looking overhead.
Right off the camera.
That's probably why it looked so good. That was just a
Good.
Trey Casual screen drive from Scott Gottman.
Smart.
A lot of style points for that, and there are such things. Love 30. Well, he's just seeing how hard he can actually. You know what? Why not? He pounded the last one. 15-30.
15-30.
Dahl with a solid first. Try to take it earlier.
No intention.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I did a lot more harm than good.
Want to try again?
Yep.
And we're just, for those of you following along at home, we have a few technical difficulties with the camera angle, so Cal's out there.
Making life happen.
Yes, he's on a lift 800 feet in the air, trying to figure out.
It's either that or we're in a Batman villain's lair. Biff.
Nice.
Pow.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Smack.
lob.
Ooh, plays it.
It's a really good looking screen drive. Almost hit too
Great
hard.
recovery ball from
Especially
Beatty. Oh, and the
look at the
dropper.
speed from Dahl. It stayed in.
Yeah, I thought it was
no,
out
that was
also.
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would agree. The spin move.
Yeah, technically, I know we're definitely not into the summer, and we're well into the fall here, but because the temperature is still relatively mild, especially as strong as Colmar is, he hits enough of a drive. You know, it's coming off that back screen, depending on how much or little topspin he puts on the ball. It might actually make it tougher on Dahl and Colmar, because Gottman and Vehi really have an idea of how to handle it. Good lob.
And they are playing Sean's favorite band out there as well. I don't know if you can. Oh, yeah.
long.
What did I do? I am going to grab the monitor. I don't know what the score is.
I got it. We're at deuce game
Or
here,
when
I
the
think.
match is over, we'll get the camera angle. Don't worry. Good forehand return. He got caught
ball.
the edge of the line there. Nice drive from Gottman.
Just deep.
All right, we got a break point here.
Break point opportunity.
It's a really good serve from Jamie Dahl.
Yep.
You're that tall. It almost
Deep
looks like
down
he's
the
hitting
tee.
down on it,
Limits a lot of angles.
but he's technically not, but he really does get a nice angle. Oh, you're
he's
kidding.
there.
You're kidding.
Oh.
You are kidding. How does Colmar?
That's tough.
Well, you know what? How does Colmar pull that off? Come on. I mean, Vehi and Gottman almost deserve better than that, but Will's like, point to hold right here.
That's
Perfectly
tough.
located.
Great return.
Yeah. Definitely in terms of location there, Gottman. We're off the box.
Right in his wheelhouse.
It's a really good looking serve, by the way. Like that's almost slight fake drive there, and then a lob. Nice dig. He's picking up, he's pulling it off. I love it.
Oh, a little counter punch action.
Just down, nice try.
Oh, that's tough.
Great move though from Gottman.
Yep.
All was right, nothing was wrong right there. It just didn't execute. All right, a point to hold this time for Dahl and Colmar. What a
Whoa.
return.
Nice.
Thing
Way to
just
step
fell
up.
off a table.
Yep. Back to deuce.
That's like me after too much eggnog right there. Freaking off that table, onto the floor. Good first volley.
Is it spiked eggnog? Is
Yeah,
that the
well,
implication?
absolutely. Yeah. I can't hold anybody's
hold my
liquor.
nog.
No, I can't. Who can?
It's impossible.
Nice flip.
This is a lot of good transition here
Really
from Winter
is.
Club right now. Making smart decisions, staying back at the right time, allowing them to retain the net.
That's a nice touch. Yeah, some of the side screens, coming into the side screen, if you can make it softer sometimes, makes it so much more difficult, especially if your opponent's going to take it off the screen. Sometimes hitting it too hard is just kind of playing into the hand. They don't really have to move. I'm saying that a la Peter Burka. You know, he'd always say, you know, if I do it right, I really don't have to move. They don't hit it properly. Look at that.
Well, yeah, that was good.
Get the
Put a
pirouette
point there.
going.
One of the things I was going to say is that sometimes the transition as well with going into Jamie's corner, especially because he's a little bit taller, is that you might feel like getting it high to the screen is an advantage, but he's stepped up on a bunch of forehands and sort of taken that shot away. All right, so a little deep there.
Back to do that's well. I think it was game either, because I think if the serve
yeah,
was
I think
good.
That's 3-1.
Yeah, because Colmar uncharacteristic.
Serve was a little long, I think.
Oh, he missed the serve. Okay,
Yeah.
I was going to say. All right. 3-1 Winter Club.
Okay.
making a move. Nice lob. A little flick. I don't know if those of you watching at home, if you'll see Will Komar, that's big. But again, sometimes it can be a little bit too big. There's more. There's more. That's a little bit more.
Great
Like
transition.
it. A little more like it. Nice.
Great roller.
He missed it just a little wide. That's a tough ball. Maybe not as much for Will, but for the average person. All right, 15 love. A little long with the serve from Godwin.
We're off the books.
He's been pretty steady up to now.
15 all, I think.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no, this one's not my fault. This is because of the zoom now that I had you do.
I love the ration. It really wasn't me.
No, because I was like, it looked perfect when I...
Nice volley. All right,
Nope,
I know for those of you who have had either Matt or myself as a coach, I mean, what are the odds of those people listening in anyway?
I don't know, but
Coach?
it's way too many people at this point.
Anyway, if you watch Will hit his backhand lob, he will flick it.
That's
That's
just
a
such a...
great shot. And well located, little left hip type of thing.
Yep. Real tough
Or right
there.
hip motion. 15-30. Anyway, what I was saying is Will hit a backhand flick lob where we're supposed to tell you to just continue to follow with your paddle, get your paddle down quick.
Yes, it's like 3% better than it was when I started this whole thing.
At least that was better.
That's a big amount.
Does that take us to 30-15 there? 30-40. 30-40, yeah.
30-40, yeah. Nice return.
Oh, it's good volley.
Wow, he played that.
I think it would have caught the line.
Still, I would have called it out.
Well, that says more about you, Cal, really.
Yes.
Yeah, but still, I would have called it. It caught the line, but still, I would have called it out.
That ball was out. All right, well, they're even
Deuce.
discussing it.
Back to
so
deuce.
it's,
The classic seesaw paddle. And I'm not using the Hunt for Red October as a pun there. Get over. No, great overhead from
Yeah,
Ryan
you take
Tate.
that little cutter overhead right at the deuce player,
Yep.
especially if it's deep like that and they can't get out of the way, their options are to force a block or to dodge it and then have
Right.
to chase it down.
Right. And just a split second of having to get out of the way makes it more difficult.
I don't know, guys. I don't think most people will be able to relate to this, but man, the chili just is not as good if it doesn't get to sit on the computer first.
It's a bit of an inside joke
It's
about
like a hot plate.
about how Cal and my 16-year-old son are basically the same person, where they just put food on things that cost thousands of dollars. And
Yes.
for some reason, that's more entertaining to
It's a
them.
chili holder.
It makes it taste better. Just like my
Good
son
roller.
Caleb and his Gatorade that needs to be on top of his computer tower all the time with no cap on.
I don't fly that close to the sun, but my goodness, do I respect it. That's the kind of-
tweeter!
It worked.
That is amazing.
Also great digs from Jamie here to not let a good get go to waste.
There's that flick again, which I personally appreciate because as a tennis player, that's kind of the way I'd always hit a lob. But we're always...
He's got the Spielberg summer release going.
That's game.
Tough look right there.
4-1 Winter Club. And they have earned every cent of it, so to speak, in this second set. Got to give them credit.
And we interrupt these messages from our sponsors to bring you a replay of Will Komar's tweener. All right.
I mean, since you went through all the effort and everything.
Yep. That just, yeah, the replay might be 10 seconds, but my attention span is not. So.
All right, so Ryan well, I was going to say just missed that. That was like high and tight. That thing was blasted. But
That was like a sailor's haircut.
It was nuked.
slightly overcooked, yes.
Yes.
But let's see if they can maintain the pressure here and eke out this set. I don't want to say eke out, or just that was a great chip volley from Colmar. Volley.
Sorry.
No
I would
worries.
swear Ryan Vay hit that ball lefty, that volley, kind of lefty, almost with his left hand.
And we're looking
Whatever
at 15
it was,
all,
it
right?
was, yes, it was,
I have
was
to say,
effective.
I'm a big fan of Ryan Vahey's slice lob.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't see it very often. Maybe I just don't pay attention, but
well, if you open the racket face like that, it's got a little underspin on it right there.
yeah.
But you
he
open the
was- he
racket
was
face, you're going to
whipping
put a little
those.
underspin on it anyway if you kind of keep it open.
Sort of like a 24-hour diner.
35, thank you.
Yeah, the steak and shake. We're good. All right, 30-15. Colmar taking a little bit of extra time here.
Smart.
I do. I like that idea. Great lob from Gottman. Oh, yeah. Lob. Yeah, they're getting some nice depth. There's Winter Club guys really on these lobs.
Yeah, 30 off.
30 all.
Well, not excited to call his partner off to then hit a high backhand volley. I've definitely been there as a pro after a long day of teaching. This ball should be mine, but I'm not going to move my feet, and I will just allow it to come to me.
It's a good touch on the waterfall there.
See Will playing the positioning so well here,
Yes.
where he, when Jamie wants to be close to the net or he steps up and he's super tight, then Will just drifts back. And
It's called Racket Sports Director Footwork.
Well, let me ask you guys. It seems like Will and Jamie kind of slap the heck out of the ball. You'd say.
Great roller from Colmar.
Is that more or less
Died in the
effective
corner.
in the warm weather?
with just kind of that.
You mean the pace?
Yeah, they seem to just kind of.
Pace of the rollers?
Yeah, I think you're still seeing.
Oh, he went after that
That's
thing.
just wide. I think you're still seeing
Like
kind
the
of
deuce.
the really heavy drive go through to the back screen, and then teams still be able to counterpunch off of it. I think that will happen a lot less as the temperature drops.
Yes.
Making it more effective.
I mean, when you can drive the ball past people when it gets colder, it's a much higher level of efficacy.
Yes.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Would you put? Here's the other thing. I mean, there's I call it a mix of pace and topspin.
Yep.
And you probably want to see if you can get enough of a mix where you hit enough pace where you can get it past your opponent, but not so much pace that it comes off the screen in such a manner that it can be an easy screen drive back.
You actually saw a lot of that at Charities this weekend because it was a nice weekend and it was pretty warm where, people playing screen drives and hitting the ball really hard. Everybody was just, it was turning into 3 or 4 drives.
Oh, yeah.
In
a row.
One heavy screen drive was 4 drives from each side.
Yep.
And eventually someone would slow it down enough to take the net. But
Are we going to give a shout out to the Chicago homeboy who won the Charities? Graham McNerney.
Graham McNerney or McInerney.
McNerney. Mike Raleigh would
If you're
say.
Mike Raleigh, if you're Mike Golden Pipes Raleigh.
McInerney.
McInerney.
In the meantime,
And Juan
Will and Jamie, that was a great match, by the way. They did a great job. That's not easy to play Durant and Mitchell as it was, but they
Beat him in straight sets.
I know, masterful job. So
Yeah.
congrats to them.
Touch.
In the meantime,
Great overhead right there. Ryan
Colmar
doing
and Dahl were able to score that last game, so it is 4-2 and 15 all with Winter Club serving. Ryan Vahey from
Ryan's starting to get a little bit more offensive with his overheads, which I like to see. He started mixing up the pace, going for a little bit more.
Sure.
Mixing in the roller, yep. Throwing some extra.
Just finding the
That's
nick
good.
like he
That's how
did
you're
there.
gonna, that's how you're going to find errors.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you get in a little bit of a rut at the net where you just hit the ball, kind of one speed, and you might mix up your targets, but it creates a situation where the ball feels the same every time
Great
it comes
point,
off the
Coach.
screen.
You're absolutely right. He's got a nice.
Oh, that's a problem.
That's going to be a problem.
Jeez.
You know what? He's been warming up for that, though, Coach. Had a couple up before. So.
All right, thanks, guys.
I think you got it.
Oh, yeah, we cut the aftermath.
That's a smart lob from Dahl. Yeah. That's
Great lob.
Even smarter right there.
Great lob. Perfect location, nice height.
Yeah, there are times where they say, when's the best time to screen drive? Well, if you're hitting it well, there's that baseline cutter again. That just kills me. Look at that. The work that he got that in.
Well, that's a
going to be
nightmare.
wacky. That's just going to be, come on. Now he's just putting on a clinic over there with that. They say they put some English on it. I'd say the entire kind of UK, the entire UK was on that ball.
Put the whole armada.
That's a good touch. It's going to work. He's there. You know, he is on.
Did he fall down there?
Not really, but he is amazingly quick. Like,
More
he's
worried
got
about
some
his knees.
afterburners. Yeah.
If Will doesn't
okay.
come off the court bleeding in most circumstances,
that
then
was
he
game.
just wasn't trying that hard.
All right, top 10, top 5s. Number 5, top 10, top 5 scorekeepers. Number 5, me.
You're tied with a lot of people.
Okay, can you help me, guys? I'm just trying to think of Roald Dahl books, and I can only think of James and the Giant Peach.
But
I know he's got tons and
it's
tons
the only
of
one
classic.
you need to know, James J.
Yeah, but he's got so many.
Nice God. Tell you what, again, very racket sports director of him to move over and cut that
I
off.
guess I'll just look it up. I'll just start listing them. You guys tell me your favorites.
Nice move.
Great hands.
volley right there.
Okay, I got to give Gottman credit. Not easy to lob from that
Oh, right, yeah.
position.
Job to do. The big friendly giant. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah,
was
see, there you
Roald
go.
Dahl.
Dig.
What a great goal.
I
And
love
fantastic, Mr. Fox. All right, that's the last one.
Colmar's fake cutter there. Anybody caught that one? Is that in there? It is.
Nice pick. Good recovery.
And he picked that up like
what,
his son from school.
He's playing the screens
If he has a son.
beautifully as golf.
I don't know.
Oh, and the left cord
You know
to
what?
finish.
Honestly
What a
speaking, I mean, he
nightmare.
had that in his sights, Coach. You know, he had that roller in his sights. I mean, it did hit the net. It hit the net, and it was kind of a lucky shot. But I got to tell you, he was going to hit that shot anyway. Look at that thing. It was fired out of a tree right there.
Fired out of a tree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, he's serving like he's 6'11" out there. He might even be, I don't know.
He's pretty tall.
Let that drop just a bit, which is not a bad idea because you don't necessarily want to hit overheads over your head all the time. You want to keep them low, but sometimes if you let them drop a little too low, you don't come forward enough. I'm telling you, that flat serve coming from that angle is not easy to hit. Just missed wide from Ryan Vahey there. Hasn't missed many. All right, 30-15. Good hands. It's a nice pace on that down the middle drive. And I mean by, it's going to go, Super lob from Dahl. Super lob from Dahl. Just caught Gottman blitzing a little bit.
Not even really out of position, just kind of still wrapping up the transition up to the net, right? And then a really good lob forces you to change direction quickly.
Absolutely. That was just hammered. 40-30, still a point to hold. Another one. These guys
Another one.
pulling out the lasers. And they get it to deuce. Cut the fastball in there on the outside corner. Yeah, a little bit. And I would say when I say cut it, I'm talking maybe just a slight change there. He didn't really hit it quite as hard. A little change of speed. Very smart from Jamie Dahl. Oh, yeah. A little back. Colmar got some height on, man. He got some hops, man. That got off the ground on that one. I wonder what that's like. Like I said, I have no idea. Just
Yeah, you're like prison furniture, apparently.
That's right.
All right, so a set point opportunity.
And I don't want, we never root for people on this stream, but
no,
I would love to see this go 3 sets.
Well, we root for people. We just don't pick a favorite.
Right. Not out
favorite.
loud. You know. We root against people.
My favorite is always whoever is going to make the night take longer.
Let's see more paddle.
I just can't get enough. Lock me up. Paddle junkie.
It's good, dig.
Oh, and he went after it.
All right.
We're going 3.
Split skis.
Everybody.
6-2, 2-6.
Everybody.
Let's take a quick break and come back with the third set here at North Shore Country Club.
You know it.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
And we're back.
All right, set number 3 coming up right here. You got to give it to these guys, keeping it entertaining.
That's right. There is no, I was going to say there's no I in entertainment, but I guess there is. Sean can't spell. What else can't he do?
Well, there's an I,
Pretty
but
much
there's
everything.
also a me.
That's
There's
true.
a me in entertainment.
That's true. No, you're absolutely
But there's
right.
no you.
That's right.
There's no you in entertainment.
There's an ear, nose, and throat. There's an ENT.
There's a tane.
That's right. So
Meant.
exactly. But no, it was Destin.
There's no you in entertainment is something that my dad said to me when I hadn't learned the rule of 3 yet in comedy. Where if I did something too many times when I was 10 years
that I
old,
still
he'd
don't
be
know
like,
what it
there's
is.
no you in entertainment. Message received.
Yeah, we're like that.
I was like, good note.
It is.
You know what's funny is that reminds me of something my dad
starting
used to
back up again,
say
boys.
to me, and that was, Cal, can you go get the trash? Really
We're
resonated with
jazzing
me.
it up for the third set here, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
No more. We'll give them. All right,
We've got some green and purple hues and some silky smooth blues. Stay tuned to the CPTC. We'll take care of you.
Nice, Cal. Especially for you. That was really good. All right. We just miss it on the serve there.
All right, so everybody
15
swinging
all
3.
here. 15 all. And the third.
It's 15 all.
Uh-huh.
My bad.
Wow.
That's
No,
all
that
right.
was my bad.
No. Between the three of us, we're fine.
It's true. We'll get there.
Don't worry about
Man, do we rock.
If the 3 of them had half a brain, they'd still only have half a brain.
it. He goes for that. And it's here's the tough part is, it's funny because you watch Colmar play and it's like, well, that isn't recommended. For him, it is. because you can actually pull that up. Maybe he was a little late on the prep on that one, if you want to be technical about it. It was a great return.
Like a sous chef that didn't show up to work on time.
I like the analogy. Anything that has to do with food is fine. It's a good idea.
You know what's funny is Sean will, I would say, be self-deprecating about his taste in food, but he actually has quite the refined palate. That doesn't mean you won't eat things, but you're very good at describing why you like things.
Yeah. Well, when you eat as much as I do, you
There it is. Yeah, we just can't be
have
positive.
enough experience.
Yeah.
Culinary experience.
We were at lunch the other day, and I made a comment about how I didn't think that was a very good chocolate chip cookie. And somebody was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Well, clearly I've tried all the chocolate chip cookies,
yeah, we were there for that.
I'm in a strange position where I'm qualified to comment on the good and bad."
Which
You are.
Matt did make an
cookies.
excellent point that I think we should bring up,
Oh,
which
it's
is that
tough. He's there again, almost too hard. That's a great roller.
wow.
And he
Nice
handles
defense.
it. I got to tell you something.
Somebody get this guy on the construction crew on the Kennedy, because my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Great move, great
Nice
move.
touch. He's there.
Nice pick.
Dahl.
Keeping it alive.
Unbelievable.
Oh, get there.
Oh, unbelievable
great
point. And the crowd is loving it.
Crowd goes wild.
You can play a lot if you want, honestly.
Will apologizing because he gave up in the middle of the point thinking that it was done, and then just sort of lulled him into a false sense of security.
I don't know. I find it entertaining. I almost feel like if somebody on the other side gives up, I have to as well. You know what I mean? Just let the other two guys play singles for the rest of the time. I think it's only fair. After all that, it's 30-all anyway, right? Welcome
It is
to
really hard to
platform
focus
tennis.
when one person tanks the point.
Yeah. You know, in college, I did play with a guy who would, if he didn't hit a good shot, he would stop in the middle of the point and start to complain. Is he all right? Well, knowing Komar, he's fine, but I'm just, you know.
I hope he's okay, but if he got his foot jammed up underneath the board
is he bleeding?
on one of the posts.
Is he all right? He's walking okay.
I think he's okay. I just think he took a step and it got caught underneath that.
You know whose fault that
little
is,
post
Cal?
at the bottom.
It's your fault because Cal, I could swear Cal was the one who said, you know, during the entire time we've been, am I wrong? Live streaming, we haven't had a real serious injury. Didn't you say that, Cal?
Come on, Cal.
I did.
What the heck?
What's the matter with you?
I did. I literally said fingers crossed, knock on wood.
What is the matter with you?
That's, and then, and now this happens.
I think what happened is that I actually knocked on
I'm gonna tell
Poster
Will
board.
that this is all your fault.
Yeah. Anyway, again, after all that, we're looking at deuce.
I mean, if this job falls through, my FICO credit score will just never recover.
At least you're aware of that stuff. I'm not sure my kids even, well, Christian maybe. Owen would know. Owen's smart enough to figure it out.
I don't know if you guys had this at public school.
That's a problem.
If you had no money in your lunch account, they would give you a cheese sandwich. And they would give you a slip that says you need to put more money in your account. And I didn't know what a
Take home
credit
to your
score was back
parents.
then, but I'd seen the Discover FICO credit score.
Sure.
So one time I just took home my cheese sandwich and was my FICO credit score. Little did I know the real joke was how the actual credit score works.
Yeah, that's the. Wait till you figure that out.
Yeah.
Wait until you realize you can pay $25 and get an immediate bonus.
Yeah.
It's a sandwich of a
I'm
different
sorry,
type.
what? Oh yeah, you can just get 10 free points if you just put in your credit card to a certain website.
Or better yet, if you are the
Oh, there
victim.
it is. He's there.
Oh,
Nice.
Great shot from Kalmar.
So
And
1-0
timely.
first set.
And timely. And loving it.
Will recovering from getting his foot stuck in a bear trap on court 2. It's a strange style of court maintenance they have going on.
He gave us a thumbs up. I guess he's okay. I always thought, your credit score, by the way, if you mess it up, it's a sandwich of a different kind you have to eat.
Good point.
Well, also, I mean, it's great that if you're the victim of identity theft, if they never catch the person, like if no one is prosecuted, you can't fix your credit score.
Wow.
And you just have to deal with it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I did hear that, actually.
It's just fantastic. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's a good thing that nobody has had a credit score problem on the live stream since we've been doing this.
Oh, boy.
Now somebody's going to have a problem.
I'm
assuming that went in, by the way. Did we saw that last forehand roller from Colmar? That did stay in, correct? That because it is 15 love. Am I right?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Oh,
nice shot.
He's just living well, I
Going
guess.
my way right now.
Yep. Just going his way.
Just got to slide into the floorboards every so often. The snowboards and get a few.
I would suspect that looks a little bit like a thing called home court advantage.
Ooh. I haven't brought it up in so long, and thank you for the opportunity of.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give us.
There is, because let's face
us
it.
the legend.
If anybody is familiar and more comfortable with the surroundings here, it would be Dahl and Colmar. Especially Will, probably teaches quite a few.
Jeez.
Quite a few
Sneaky direction change there from Will.
Drills.
What's
and
funny would
lessons on
be
these courts.
Colmar's kind of handicapping himself here, writing the numbers on the court, because now we can really just see if he's practicing what he preaches.
He totally is.
If he's standing in the
great underhand serve. And we're talking game here.
I think there's a possibility that that's a classic Spencer Caravaggio drill.
It does look like her handwriting there, Coach.
You mean Spencer Granger?
Yeah.
Is she going with the hyphenated thing?
No, she's just Granger.
She's switching.
Good for him. And her, for that matter.
Force of habit.
Yeah. That's
nice
we were
return.
talking about it before. Great return, by the way, from Colmar.
And
not a bad serve from Ryan Vahey, by the way.
After having his ankle chopped off,
it is
remarkable.
Chew his own foot off.
127 hours style.
Yeah.
With a
pretty
file.
Amazing. He's just lucky that he brought his
back.
Pocket knife.
Will is a new Netflix special right now. He's going to be.
And the pocket knife didn't even work. He had to use the bottle opener. I mean, that is just not to get too graphic, of course.
He's put some serious heft on that forehand. That thing kicked a couple different ways. We got 30 all, or is it 15-40?
I believe it's.
I thought it was 30 all. I think it's 30-40 now.
30 all, yeah, 30-40.
It's 30. Yeah, 30-40 now. And look at that thing. It's just, I'm telling you, heavy.
Yeah, it might be time to stay back on that one. That's he's kind of in the groove there.
That's a great point, Coach. We're taught to you just got to get to the net after the serve. You take too many steps in, and you decide you want to stay back. You're actually at a handicap if your opponent's able to hit a return like Colmar just hit a couple of times there. So you pretty much have to make the decision before you even move in, especially if he's already done it to you once. Maybe I'm just not coming in on this one.
Now, you guys are the paddle experts. How important is it after losing a second set 6-2 to say, no more Mr. Nice Guy? Or playtime's over?
It's tough to do that in paddle.
Yeah, out loud.
It's especially against Gottman and Vahey are a little bit too good, in terms of you can't necessarily play like aggressive paddle at this level necessarily against these guys. But
I'm not saying to actually stop being nice. I'm just saying to say it out loud.
Oh, more
for
important
the psychological effect.
If you're like Bruce Willis or like Dolph Lundgren.
That's a big forehand.
I don't know.
Nice
Do you think Bruce Willis would be honored to be put next to Dolph Lundgren, or would Dolph Lundgren be honored to be put next to Bruce Willis there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that. There's got to be some mutual respect on that side.
Oh wow.
I'm more of a Terry Crews platform tennis guy. Just with the whole idiocracy thing.
If I was a Rocky villain playing platform tennis, which one would I be? Drago or Mr. T?
Oh, man.
That's a good low ball right there.
I'd be Tommy Gunn, probably. Go all the way to Rocky 5 for that.
Be Apollo.
Exactly. All right, love 30. Gottman and
so
Vahey making a move. Man, he
little
just
opportunity here.
he
Great
stinging
return.
that forehand is Vahey. Good approach
Nice
from
dodge
Gottman right
slash tweener recovery from Kolmar. Kolmar moving so well, especially for being on a prosthetic leg.
there. Right.
Good dodge there
Nice
as well.
dig.
Generously
Not an easy
donated
shot.
from Sean's son, who works with prosthetics. He was able to give him a quick
Oh,
consultation.
that's right. He does do that. That's a pretty awesome thing, actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
Way
I
to
remember
handle the nick.
before I knew what he did when I was practicing with him once, Sean, he comes home
Nice dig.
and he was
talking
a few
about
minutes
Owen now?
late. Yeah. And he's like,
Nice.
sorry, I'm late. I just
That's
got
a
to
great
change.
shot
I'm covered in
from Gottman.
prosthetic dust. I was like, what?
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I didn't know he worked with him.
Yep.
Is that
That
love
was
40?
an
It is,
important
yeah.
point for Winter Club there to
Stem the
establish
tide.
this dominance in this particular
Great
game. There it
screen
is.
drive from Gottman. I
All
gotta
right.
tell you something. These
On
guys
the
are
board.
talented.
On the board in the third set is an important place to be. You can't let it go
No,
much farther than
not
that
for
and
too
feel
long.
like you
No.
still have a chance. But I've heard it's not a break until you hold, Sean.
That's what I keep saying, other than, of course, the home court advantage. That's all I got for you guys. It's the only repertoire, you know.
Unquestionably.
So they're just painting lines, these guys. Great drive.
Good pick. It's going to have a
That's gonna
problem
be
off
trouble,
the side
but-
screen.
Yeah, that's going to be trouble.
Great
You hit
overhead
that
there.
just deep enough. That's just going to die in the corner. Great shot from Kolmar.
Left 5.
All right, love 15.
Honest question for you guys. When was the last time you had a funnel cake?
Oh, almost.
Probably at the
Super screen drive again from Gottman. Funnel kick, what, 5 minutes ago for
some
me?
kind of kind of Ohio State fare.
Is it fair to
sure
say
for
it's
me.
dying?
Some kind of meat. Yeah.
It's been years for me.
Really?
I don't know what made me think of it, but I just feel
Actually,
like it's a
Cal, it
dying
looks
industry.
like it's been years for you.
It's been years since I've eaten.
You
Period.
gotta
A little
love that.
aggressive there from Will. Got caught jumping on the screen drive from the off the seam.
Yeah, it did look like a seamer there, Coach.
That is what it seemed like.
Oh, jeez.
No
How do we
pun
not?
intended.
How do we not see that one coming? 30-15, by the way. Winter Club up in this game. Another nick
Nice
for
roller.
Vahey.
Great
the,
shot.
The guy's radar, man,
Yep.
unbelievable. Just
Got like
all
a-
credit.
like a
Who is
homing
like unto
beacon in
thee,
there.
Ryan Vahey. Unbelievable.
Get up.
He just cranks that thing. And again,
Will
it's almost
really
too much.
finding that pace on the screen drive with the two-hander.
He is almost, as I said, could be
3-2.
And just like that, they're
Too
right
much.
back in it.
They're right back in it. If you're just joining us here at North Shore Country Club, this is Series 3 match of our paddle league night in Chicago. This is North Shore Country Club versus Winter Club. I'm Matt McClure alongside Sean Albrecht and Cal Noble.
And Will, I hate to break it to you, but if you're going to serve, you're going to have to swing a little bit harder than that practice swing.
For our buddy
So
Pat
good.
Layden, if you paid for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Yeah, we are in the third set, locked in the third set.
Yeah.
Winter Club down a break right now, but fully vested here.
Sort of like a tailor that specializes in three-piece suits.
Here we go. I'm a perennial straight man. That stayed in as well.
Nice, caught
I
it.
don't think Ryan Vahey's missed a snap forehand
Yeah,
for
no,
the
it-
entire second set and into the third. That was impressive. Just snapping that thing. All right, love 15.
Low 5.
Sean's actually love 5.
All right,
That's
so
a nice waterfall.
wow,
Cause a little problem.
and he handled it.
Oh, they're playing Salt as a swing over here.
Jeez.
Just can't help but get excited when I hear a little Dire Straits. Would you say if a song
It's in there.
comes on that you absolutely despise versus a song comes on that you like while you're playing, does that impact your performance?
Super drive from Colmar. Probably.
Good question. I would say more for the positive than the negative.
I
if
don't
there's
think,
something on
I
that
don't know
I
anybody
dislike,
would think
it's
that.
not
You know what I
that
mean? Yeah.
big a deal. I tune it out, and then if it's something I really enjoy, it pumps me up a little bit.
So when the Black Eyed Peas were on earlier, you were just ready to go.
It took a lot for me to keep my clothes on.
It means his jacket.
This is why we don't have a booth cam.
That's what the judge said. No more booth cam.
He handles it. And Colmar bombarding. That ad side where Gottman is. Gottman having answers for pretty much everything so far.
Yeah,
Oh, what a shot.
He really is doing a great job on the defense.
No way,
that's
come on.
tough.
And he gets it.
Nice pick. And they want this point to be over. Oh.
And we're not rooting for anybody here.
Colmar
And the
Colmar
hut.
the kitchen sink. Well, it is a home match for North Shore, you know. So
This
we're talking
entire team
30-15.
lives here.
It's a big club.
There's cots in the back.
It's true. I would live here. It's beautiful.
That's a
Oh,
great
that's
shot.
tough.
That's a great shot from
There's
Dahl.
not a lot you can do in that
No,
situation.
no. I mean, as a matter of
he
fact,
did a great job trying to make the get and even put it up high, but
yes.
just because of the position of where Jamie was,
Yep.
there's just not a lot you can do.
Give Gottman credit. He got his paddle on it.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That was, I mean, I don't understand how you even quick enough
That
to
was
do
a
that.
McNerney shot right there.
McInerney.
McNerney, the dunk.
Oh, another
Oh.
lead cord.
Super shot.
Nice get.
That's just really smart from Scott Gottman. That was just a really, really bright shot. Still a hold point here for North Shore. Cal, are you singing?
No,
All right. Because it sure sounded like you were singing it.
that was just the chorus pedal.
All right, fine. Good lob. I like the swing there.
That's good.
He's pretty good stab.
Drive.
That's good
find
touch.
As well, good pick.
Oh,
It's tough to
what
hit
a point.
a drop shot that close. Just pick up.
Patience. Winter Club in the last two sets.
You got it.
That's
Oh.
tough.
I mean, how many lead cords?
It's just, Will's
you know
just
what?
going to hit
Again,
all
it's
the lead cords.
one, it's clean living. That's number
Yep.
one. Okay. Two, it's clean living, and then three, you know, the way I look at it, if you're going to do this, it means you were going to win the point anyway. That's the way I try to deal with it. At least in therapy, you know, that's the way I deal with
Plus,
it.
before the match started, I went out and I
Love.
raised the nets just to see what would happen.
So what is your guys' go-to paddle song? If you had to just be like, get pumped up in the moment, one song.
Helter Skelter.
Woman in love.
Mine would be the Ballad of Sweeney Todd.
All right.
Anything from Cats.
We're at 15 all.
The entire Cats catalog is on the table.
I celebrate it every day. For good
Judi
roller.
Dench's
That's a
performance.
sick roller. Did that go over? Oh, sick roller from Gottman. That's just picture perfect. Perfect pace. It just died in the corner like me at one of those homecoming dances.
Oh, no.
Uncharacteristic serve miss from Ryan
So all
Vade.
this time when you've been saying you dance with who you brought to the prom, it's yourself.
Yes. All right, it's true. Dancing with myself.
Whitney
You like
Houston.
that song? Oh, you were going. You want to dance with somebody, which is pretty much the story of my life. That's a smart lob. It's easy to pretty much think of just screen driving that last one.
You know who's actually got a cover of I Want to Dance with Somebody? It's Ben Rector. And if you've got ears, do yourself a favor and skip it.
Wow.
I love it,
You're
but that was just
you're
terrible.
that was
Yeah.
Another great screen drive there. It's just
And drive it again. And
Anytime
drive it
you
again. Okay, no one's allowed to lob.
That one was perfect. That one was perfect. So the mix I was talking about earlier, Coach, that's exactly what I'm talking about. First two, probably too much pace because Gottman was able to pretty much screen drive, re-screen drive off the back. That last one had more spin and died in the corner.
Jammed.
Yeah.
Jammed in the corner.
Oh, jam.
No.
Get down.
I got it.
You don't see that a lot.
It's a
Yikes.
Wow.
Smoking. All right.
You don't see that
We're
a
at
lot from
5-2.
Jamie Dahl, but putting the hand behind the paddle for the volley, that's kind of scary with the paddle. Scrape your fingers.
Yeah, you will.
But he's
All right.
that's a man's band.
5-2.
Yep.
North Shore with a little bit of an opportunity here. Got a little breathing room. Chance to close out the set.
Now I don't want to be too much of a.
Match time 1 hour and 39 minutes so far.
I don't want to be a fearmonger, but.
But every bit an active hour 39, Coach. I don't think there really has ever been a lag in the action here.
Agreed?
You know what? I was going to say something really insightful, and Sean just cut me off. But I'm going to
You're
power
welcome.
through it.
I think
I'm
you
going to
should
power
say it
through
anyway.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's
I don't wanna
good
be
when we finally hear it,
I don't
because
wanna be-
otherwise it's going to be a big letdown for
I don't
everyone.
want to be too dramatic, but I would say that this is
Great
probably
volley.
a must-win game for Gottman and Vahey.
Good lob.
Glad you had that one locked and
Oh.
loaded. Way to jinx him, Cal.
Yeah, sorry guys.
All right, I'm just going to give Jamie Dahl all sorts of credit for that one. So, first of all, he's tall enough to be able to handle that, but he kind of just hit one of these overhead lobs. What a great return
return.
for Gottman.
Solid return from Scott, stepping into
But
it.
it just means he
finding
was
the
lobbing
angle.
the ball from a ball that was over his head.
And you know what, guys? Doesn't matter who wins this match. The real match was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. All right, so Ryan Vahey leaving the deck on that one just a little bit. And again, I kept saying he was hitting these great returns. And Gottman just staying rock solid over
Yeah.
there, bringing him back to 30 all. There it is.
Ooh,
And
Wow.
Speaking of
solid
uncharacteristic,
return. Way to keep that
Yeah.
low.
because normally Colmar is not going to miss that volley, but a great return from Vahey. Super serve from Jamie Dahl, just kind of catching Gottman off the screen, bringing something up the tee, making him move for it. There we go. And nobody bailed. Well, they finally did.
Great placement.
There it is. There it is. You know what?
Good move.
So here's the thing. You put a cutter on that in the air like that, you try to volley it, it is going to kick down off the paddle.
Yeah, it's
so you
gonna
do
be
have to
tough.
open up the, and Gottman just wasn't able to do it there. So and it could happen to anybody. I think we got a match point here.
Yes, we do.
Indeed.
And there
That's
it
a good
is.
cutter.
Unbelievable. Great match, though.
Yeah, really
fantastic.
solid.
No.
6-2, 2-6, 6-2. North Shore takes it. Well done
Absolutely.
by all four players. Solid work.
Taking advantage of the home court advantage? No, not really. It was just a well-fought match, and give Colmar and Dahl credit. They stayed the course.
Totally agree. What do you
All right.
think? Stick around for another one? Get Colmar on to do some announcing?
Could we?
I think we should.
I think so too.
I think we should get the next match out there.
We do have time, don't we, Coach?
Yeah, I think we're in good shape.
Yeah.
All right,
mean,
so
there's
North
still
Shore
some
takes
chili
the
left.
first one. Oh, Cal finished the chili hours ago.
That's true.
You know, he needs that, though. We got to, as
All
much
right.
of
Well,
the simple carbohydrates as
we
possible.
will be right back.
All right, well, we'll mute the stream for a second here and set up and get situated and bring you the next match here from the Series 3, North Shore versus Winter Club. Stick around.
John Patience? John Patience? Animal boy. Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's for like 1 hour. It seems like that's like 15 years old. Yeah, right?
I've done on web TV before. Kind of counted on them stock right there.
All right, Will, you're probably on the air. Not
right, we are
necessarily.
all on
We
the
were back on the air? Are we?
They're coming in through the back.
And we're live right now,
Oh, we're
Cal, is that
live,
what you're saying?
Yeah, I am. I'm
Beautiful. All right, so
Boom.
and we're back at NorthShore Country Club where Will Colmar, Racket Sports Director Will Colmar, just won his match, and he's joined us in the quote booth on our live stream on our cruise, minus the scurvy and any other disease you catch on the water.
Lead poisoning.
How is your leg there, Coach? Because it looks
It's medium rare.
entertaining.
Yeah.
We should, yeah. He's just there's something. That's okay.
It's about how I'm going to have my hamburger in a few minutes here. So I did something I've never done on a paddle court. I've been playing for 16 years now.
Yeah.
And I was on the ad side returning a serve that kind of jammed you in.
Sure.
Get down, and I put my foot right down on the screw for the screens. And it got caught. I tried to go to the next ball, and the screw said, "No, thank you."
Well,
You're
did
going to
it
stay
go
right
inside?
here.
Just let me get this straight. Did it go inside your shoe?
It went inside my shoe. I
Okay, yeah,
landed
that
it.
makes-
I
okay.
landed it perfectly.
Wow.
Lined up with the screw, and when I pulled my foot up, it just went straight through my ankle. And then I got some real nice road rash here.
It looks that way.
Yeah.
I mean, we should. It's too bad we don't have, like I said, a booth camp. But that's because, Coach Matt
don't know if
continues
we
to
can show this on the air.
disrobe.
No, this is a little
Yeah, it's kind of
In Matt's defense, chili
NC-17.
at
does
least.
taste better shirtless,
Does it?
or so I've heard.
I'm
wouldn't
really
know.
worried about you, Cal.
I-
More than normal. More than
All
normal.
right, do we want to do
Yeah,
introductions?
let's do some introductions. Now, you obviously know at least two of the players on this court now, Coach, right? That you're seeing right now on the court in front of this court too.
Me?
Yeah, because we're gonna have you. Since you're sitting in Matt's chair, we're just.
I don't know any of these guys.
You don't know? You mean the four guys out here?
Yeah. So on Team North Shore, we've got
Sometime
Adam
we
Lavoie.
rehearse this.
Yeah. Adam Lavoie, new member to the team this year. Well, we're all, I guess, technically up from 5. And John Patience, who's been a core member for a couple years. John's grown, I want to say, like 3 years ago, he was in our teens. Obviously exhibited a ton of racket skills and natural athletic ability, and has really grown into the game. We hit a bunch of times over the summers, and I mean, this guy'd come out after like a workout. He's a hockey player. Come out after like a workout.
He's on the deuce side.
I mean, and he doesn't even.
Who's the tall drink of water?
He's on the deuce side. Well, no, on the.
He's on the deuce side. The taller gentleman is Adam Lavoie. Ooh, nice. Oh, got him though.
Well, when you're that size, you're a bigger target. But
Adam Lavoie joined our team from our 10s previous year. Very, very consistent, stable player. A really solid, just core paddle player, and trying to build a few more weapons behind his stability right now.
I like his lob.
Yeah, he's not usually good for too many errors. They just squeezed one out of him, so I think he'll probably tighten it up a little bit as the match goes on here.
Yeah, they warm up slow sometimes. That happens.
And a big thank you for the second match to our sponsors,
Yes.
Illinois Bone and Joint, Viking, and Wintrust, whose
Wintrust Bank.
without said support, this live stream would cease to exist. A world in which is not one I'd like to live in.
It's kind of dramatic the way you said it that way. You got a nice serve motion, by the way. Does this Patience gentleman?
He does. Again, I think he's got a reasonable rackets background, but you've never played college or anything like that. But he's definitely got rackets ability.
Form? Looks like he's got it, yeah. Looks that way. Part of the... It's funny because we talk about this all the time just from an instructor standpoint, Coach. You don't necessarily always need a rackets background to play platform. Take my word for it. I'm the least talented person definitely sitting at this table, and
That's not fair.
so I'm just saying you don't necessarily. What I was saying, Coach, is you don't necessarily need a rackets background to play solid paddle all the time. Sometimes it hurts you because it isn't tennis, and people who pick it up, think it's going to be, and they can play tennis that way, but apparently not. You know what? I feel weird even talking to you right now because it looks like basically we're in the MASH unit. Yeah, we got the MASH unit going. So for those of you, and we can't show this to you, unfortunately, but it is entertaining, at least for me, to watch Will basically dress his wounds here. Because it's like
it's a flesh wound.
I know Chicago Med, basically episode we're watching.
It's all right. That's why I married a nurse.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Good for you.
She's a pediatric nurse, and this fits perfectly. She always tells me I'm got the mind of a 8-year-old.
All right, so we're keeping score at home. Well, we're keeping score here, hopefully. Lavoie Patients have a 15-love lead, but it's locked in at what we call bamboo shoots, 1-all.
So I don't know, I know the Carollos actually had the pleasure of playing their the father's other son, and this guy's
so
other
they got
brother.
more than one. Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
and both of these guys are very athletic. I believe this brother played at Northwestern and was a backup quarterback.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. The other one, Danny, played at Purdue. I know he got some time on the field.
Wow.
Yeah, incredibly athletic family. So I believe this guy's getting thanks.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're learning quick. I did see them play together, the brothers, that is, at Medina.
Is that right?
Yeah, and so they're. Danny's quite good, actually, and his brother here is picking up the game quickly.
It's a great waterfall from the dad, from Pops right there. I like saying Pops. Yeah, if I get to be grandfather, I want to be called Pappy, Grandpappy, something like that, something dopey. My wife always puts her head in her hands whenever we talk about that. Talking about what I'm going to be called, not grandchildren necessarily. All right, so a 2-1 lead for Winter Club. Just jumping out. I think we're still getting our bearings here. We're going to see if. And what is Mr. I love the underhand serve from Lavoie.
Yeah,
Stylish.
You may know I'm pretty partial to that.
Yes, especially on the deuce side.
I did. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this. This is my man. So I grew up across the street from this guy. He's been taking care of me for a long time.
Wow.
Thank you, John. We'll make a little tourniquet out of this.
Wow. He must really care about you. That looks like a fine tablecloth, too.
Hydrogen peroxide's not going to take that out.
Only the finest here at NorthShore.
Now, we don't mean to tap you, by the way. If you need to go and get a bloodletting right now, I feel bad.
That's good. Good.
Great lob.
Man, appreciate it. Check that out. I got the hand, too.
Yeah, you're equal opportunity employer with the injuries here.
Look at you guys. I mean, this is more attention than I've ever gotten.
Wow. It's a little two-handed backhand overhead.
This is weird for me. I was under the impression it's better to let your wounds fester.
That's what I thought, too. It's just going to let it.
We're learning
fester.
All new sorts of things. Ferment.
That's going to work. Nice roller. And it dies in the corner.
Yeah, so this is going to be one of the keys for John and Adam is figuring out how to distribute the overheads between the lefty-righty combo.
Sure.
Adam's got a nice little up-down toolkit, some pretty good waterfalls. He can hit some pretty weird angles with that height. But John's got a little bit more of a robust toolkit with some rollers. He's got a little slash in there. He's got some waterfalls.
Tennis is broken out on the court here.
Oh my goodness!
Look at this. Well, you know something? It's And have these guys been playing together a long time, Coach?
Yeah,
Patience and Lavoie?
We don't have too many super set pairs with our team,
Sure.
but I think they've had one match under their belt together.
That's kind of cool. I like that. I almost rather have your ability to play with 2 or 3 different partners. Don't you find that a lot more helpful during league play that you have somebody who can play with 1 or 2, not just 1 or 2 players, but just maybe almost the entire team?
Yeah, I mean, if you have some nice systems to run that are roughly congruent between individuals, or at least their understanding of them.
Sure.
It's nice to be able to shift lineups that way. I mean, the only downside is the feel of playing with a player and the comfort. So that you don't get that as much when you do that. But I don't know. I mean, league play, to me, at least at this level, because there are tournament players, quite a few that play Series 3.
Sure.
It gives you a little bit of a chance to go and test things out and not have to stick so firmly to a script. Although I would say, like, once you get to about Series 1, there are some pairs that kind of use that as tournament training. So I remember I used to with my former partner and, playing top-level players every week and kind of tightening up your systems so that you're ready for tournaments. It's a little bit different.
And it does get a little bit different at the top of the single-digit series anyway. But the one thing I was going to say is, because we would coach some of the double-digit, which by the way, still some fine paddle being played, but what I would notice is some of these guys that wanted to play together all the time, which made a lot of sense to me. Not a problem, but sometimes you're almost better playing with somebody new because it kind of brushes up on your, I want to say, fundamentals and almost your percentages, because you do sometimes covering on a swing, things like that. We need to brush up on those things, just even at a top level.
A great drive off the screen there.
It was.
Got a nice little pattern brewing here. We've got a little bit of attack going to the deuce side.
Boy, swinging into the deuce side there, did a great job getting him to move.
This is probably going to be a recreate. It's an interesting matchup because I think the Corollas have positioned themselves to create a little bit more stability. I don't know. I think out of the ad, but with a lefty setup, I think it's going to be a little bit backwards for them.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if they switch after the set. Although right now it's a tight scoreline, so maybe they might not have the fear of that to establish yet.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, the other thing is if you get both drives going down the middle, it makes a difference. You have to kind of, allow for that.
Yeah. So I think there's going to be quite a bit more of that happening here. John is recognizing a little bit of a hole in the screens and starting to exploit it quickly. Sometimes you don't want to play your hand too fast, though.
No, I'm with you.
And Will, did I hear correctly that the Corollo family are subbing up from Series 8?
Are they? I don't know.
Okay, I think that's what somebody in the hut said. So
that would surprise me a little bit. So I played.
That would definitely be surprising.
The other son and father in the B-Draw Nationals last year, and we had a really fun match. The other son, Danny, was at the end. He was basically playing singles, and I mean we were trying to abuse these guys as much as we can. This guy had his cape on and was getting every. I mean it was very impressive the shots this guy was getting. But these guys, like I said, are very athletic. And learn how to play stable paddle. So you can't take those teams too lightly. You still got to stick to a little bit of a script and take your chances when they're there. Play stable and smart when you have to and ought to. Oh, that was a little risky there.
Yeah, kind of a chip. It almost looked like he was about to hit an overhead, but he was so tall it turned into a forehand, kind of blocky looking thing. Oh, he gets a little let cord out of that one. He's living well. Speaking of let cords, what did you have, like 18 tonight? 2. That was amazing. I just think it's called skill. Oh, you gonna bail on it? Yes. And they do.
Wow.
Get out the bail bondsman. Bail is set as $100,000. Get out of there.
Yeah. So they very quickly have gone to a pretty established isolation deuce side here, and
I got to turn down. Yeah, I may have to turn down that ambient mic out there.
we got other eager North Shore members trying to get out on court 3 right now. They're all fully loaded with tall boys and paddles.
As
the
they
grill's
should
cooking,
be.
it's smoking over there. Look at that. You get the great waft of grill smoke onto court 3 and 2 if you're lucky, if the wind's blowing that way.
Nothing like it, Coach.
No, it's great.
I'm a huge fan.
Great for the lungs and a long point.
Of course, I'm a huge fan
Especially
of
when
any
you're
kind of
hungry
food.
and your shot, and your decision making is suspect anyway. Doesn't really improve.
Hungry and
Stupid.
shot making decisions. Yeah, that's the story of my life. Poor shot making decisions and hunger at the same time. Yeah, pretty much describes me to a T. Good lob.
Yeah.
That's a great lob.
They got a good, interesting little system here. They're not switching or anything at the net there when that lob gets over the down the
So
line
he just,
on the end.
he just dodges to the right.
So it's pretty good. It's working well. Ooh,
I love
busted him there.
little
I
tomahawk taking advantage.
Nice little pirouette.
Very
for him.
nice.
And John with the hands. John does have very good hands. I have unloaded missiles at this guy, and I'm shocked at some of the balls that come back into play. Even in warm weather, he can somehow absorb this ball.
Well, it's not like he sees any speed on a hockey rink, man, because he does. Look at that. What a get.
He's starting to get a little bit more aggressive out of the deuce side there.
Super volley from Lavoie there, by the way.
Got 3-2 patience.
Yep.
Boy.
Phenomenal. Perfect night for paddle. I guess you could say it's not cold enough if you're a purist, but I don't know. I think if you can
My
barely
favorite
see-
temperature for this game is about 43.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
44 and the night's ruined.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Now you get it right about 45. It is it to me it plays really really nice.
Yeah, it is a perfect time to play. So in terms of play, and I'm sure you're just going to fight right through this injury. Wow, it still looks dramatic. I'm telling you, you're going to win some type of award. I don't know what it.
Well, it would have been like if I dove and gotten a ball, but I swung and missed at the ball, which probably looked awesome, and then almost did a face plant. So I mean, again, if I have to make a story up about it, let's just delete that.
Well, I don't even know if we even have it.
We'll just save the audio where Matt said you got stuck in a bear trap.
You could just kind of have me on the ground and make up some story about how I got there. But
yeah, we're back.
At least we're not
weren't here for
replayed.
that. That's fine.
Yeah.
We don't. Yeah, that's. I remember taking a spill. Nothing like that, by the way, thankfully, because I don't think I'd survive it. But anyway, I took a spill at one point, and I just remember saying something because there's that awkward silence that you get where people would just go, they don't say anything, and then you just say, "Yeah, I'm laying my back. Lessons are $85 an hour." Good serve. Another tomahawk. Look at the hands, though. It's a smart play. Good deep lob from Lavoie. Oh, the second effort. Yeah.
They're definitely filling from somewhere because they're.
All right.
Nice. Oh, just missed off the back line there.
All right, they've traded points just in case we're trying to keep score.
Yeah, 30, 40.
Yeah,
PJ and Paul.
40-30. Yeah, PJ, that's right.
So that's, sorry, Sean, you
That's
said
all
that's
right.
30-40?
Oh, they're discussing it too. Nobody knows.
Okay, I'm going to guess it's 40-30.
Now remember, if nobody knows, just make up the score, man law. Act like you knew what you were doing.
Confidence is key.
Yeah,
I also
absolutely.
like to describe mythical points to people, and then they just buy it. You remember, you hit your backhand volley a little long on that lesson. What?
All right, that is
His game, and we're looking
Yeah.
at 33. And
Those
the
are
first
some
set.
pretty tall bamboo shoots, Sean. So
I'm not even sure where
Corolla.
you're going with that, but it was
take us
funny
off.
nonetheless, Cal.
It's reminded me of it. We were talking about doing some MXC style broadcasting for a game, kind of a mock spoof game show from the 90s.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah.
All right, good. I don't mind Adam blocking some of these balls to see if he can kind of speed the. Yeah, look at that.
So there you go.
He almost kind of busted them in a little shift there.
Right. In other words,
Seeing
don't
if-
let it go to the screen. One time it.
It's a little risky because if you're doing it off too hard of a ball, you're not going to control the lob very well. But it's going to cut down on the time for the net team to reposition and kind of get them scrambling. So I don't, you have to use those types of tools carefully, a little bit selectively, but really good play to kind of catch these two. I just almost a weapon in a form. So
yes.
when you're not taking a ton of drives and the fear factor of the drive isn't there, it's really good to kind of prod around with those kind of more forward blocky lobs.
Yeah, if Lavoie has a bit of a forehand drive, wouldn't be a bad idea just to show it.
Yeah, send a little message. Yeah, it's again, he's working on that. He does have one. He is very selective about when he uses it. So.
Well, you can't hold that against him if he wants to make sure he stays. He's got a nice lob, I'll tell you that much.
Yep, and his screen plays pretty flawless. So.
Oh yeah.
And actually does occasionally break that drive out off the backside. Yeah, it really kind of sits up right in his zone there.
15 all. Deadlocked. Some lefty magic there.
Really good. Yep. Nice little poke there.
Oh,
like
yeah.
That. Yep. We're looking here. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing a good job of kind of oscillating the lateral targets of his lobs, kind of pulling the Corollas behind each other.
Another good lob.
Yep. So the Corollas haven't really found any serious holes in the backcourt.
Speed.
But
Nice touch.
But I think they're kind of relying on not perfect decision making with the drives to extract some errors right now.
Or even set up a decent aggressive volley.
Yeah.
And when I say aggressive, for those of you at home, I don't mean they're hitting it hard. I mean they're going after an aggressive play. So it could be a drop volley. By the way, I've enjoyed some of your baseline cutters today, Coach. I haven't seen those in a while. Oh,
he's back. Oh.
Let's try.
I'm good.
And we got it. I think Lavoie just, he's retying his shoes. Just looked like he might have twisted his ankle just a little bit, tweaked it just a bit. I think he's okay, though.
He's stronger than I am. I stubbed my toe and forfeited 9 matches 9 weeks in a row.
Make it 4 Boilermakers.
Well, we got to deaden the pain somehow. That was a great return from Patience. There's more of that lefty magic. Get some sneaky pace on that forehand drive, Coach, does Patience.
Ooh, I like that little poke. That was cute.
Does that constitute as tall people privilege?
You mean that shot?
I don't know anything about that.
Just
I don't know. I mean, but the thing about it, Cal, is not all drives have to be full swings.
I mean, that's a really nice little poke. They're both kind of sitting off the net.
Yep.
He's not going to get hurt by driving it, and if he gets them to pop a volley or better yet a lead court, I mean,
Great. I'm telling you, he's keying in. Sitting on that drive.
His shot that he has added to his arsenal, his forehand has been very, very aggressive since he started, but it's gotten a lot more consistent over the last season. Little
Clean
revenge
living.
lead.
Yeah, and moving to his right, that's also not an easy shot for a lefty, but he does it pretty well.
I think he plays a really good return position. He's been getting almost all of his drives pretty well lined up. So.
Sure.
I like that too. Yeah, cool.
Shot. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah, not a bad
Find that
idea.
little pocket, make a little play in behind it.
Yeah, especially when I was going to call him Pops, I shouldn't call him that. What kind of commentator am I?
Yeah,
I decided to poach.
Dude, you're older than he is.
I probably am. I'm getting used to that. Okay, that's tall. How does he do that?
Yeah, that's good steering.
Fru McMillan right there with the two-handed backhand, kind of inside volley. We're pulling out the 70s tennis
I was going to
players.
say that name cannot be from this millennium. That's,
No, that's 1970. I mean, he's really before my time, but I just remember seeing some footage of him. Yeah, Fru
Vintage
McMillan.
Richard Fussman.
Wait, I thought you said he was from the 70s.
Good point. You're taking over for Cal now. No, I'm as fat as I am old, really, at this point. I'm like a tree. You cut me open. Good roller.
Wow. Well, your arteries sure have rings in them.
So they tell me. We're going to have to see what we can do about challenging the arteries with, I don't know whether we can put a burger on my tab.
Now
Here.
that's a good band name. Challenging the Arteries.
All right, I think it sounds like you're trying too hard, though.
Lefty
With that
Magic.
one. Yeah, it's
All
Lefty
right,
Magic's
look
better.
at this.
I love that.
So that was the first time, and I do not believe that ball was staying in. I'm pretty sure that he was just apologizing for going high.
Yeah.
But there is very little that these guys have been able to do on this. I mean, look at this. The serve complete. Maybe he's faulted once.
Yeah.
And maybe they've missed one of the first volleys, but they've solidified them. I mean, this is an incredible stat line. If you're in a match and you are serving at a 8% completion rate and getting the net almost every single time off of that, I mean, that's an unbelievable way to frame a match. And part of the reason why these guys have been so close on the scoreline here. Well, actually, they probably are pretty equal around with the PTIs, but
still,
yeah. I mean, this is a really helpful tool.
It's really good hands.
You have to figure out what's going on once the point starts, because they've gotten a little bit off the script here of peppering that deuce side a little bit.
Yep. Got away with reaching that volley a little bit. I mean, not that you can't get away with reaching for a volley.
Yeah.
I guess if your arms are that long, I suppose it really isn't a reach.
They're in a pretty good little stagger right here.
Miscommunication there, and they got away with it.
Yep. He should be hunting. I know Adam has been kind of peering in there and taking a few of the overheads that, I mean, this is always a tough thing with lefty-righty combos, distributing the overheads properly, but John had been previously in a pretty good rhythm, taking a bunch of those to that deuce side, and I want to see him keep running that show there a little bit more, having Adam kind of peer in, take the occasional overhead, and just poke his nose in there once in a while for the incoming drive. Yeah.
Good leave there by Junior. Is that PJ or Paul? I don't know which one it is. So
PJ.
Okay. It's PJ, yeah.
It's PJ, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that we could abbreviate, like, the first letter of the first name, but
I love the blitz.
Yeah. They've been using that very well. That's a great little
Super waterfall.
Yep.
A waterfowl.
It never gets old.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe not for you. Everybody else. That was a good first volley, considering you had to kind of wing it. No pun intended. Oh,
That's a good look. It was hanging high off the screen. He did see the pocket there. Just a little.
Oh, there's the smoke you were talking about, Will. We can see it on there just a little bit.
Coming off the grill?
Yeah,
You mean?
little grill
Oh, no,
smoke.
that's Heitman's having a cigarette on the side.
Oh.
Nice. He quit smoking.
Good for him.
Good, nice. Okay, little, yeah. Tried to bang that third screen there. Almost worked. Good tempo. Controlling the overheads well. Smart reset.
Square of despair.
Yep.
You betcha.
Yeah,
Oh. It's in there. It's a little transition. That's smart. Very smart.
That's a really good dig. Okay, this guy's screen, PJ's screens have gotten a lot better.
You just get a little hesitation there, and it paid off. So, are you you going to be playing competitively this year too, Coach?
I'm gonna be playing. I mean, I'm going to play some. I have to be honest. So I did play for a while, quite a bit of tournaments for a few seasons. I mean, I don't think I ever really had the same tournament, regiment that a lot of the guys that are, top national level players did. I did for maybe 3 seasons when I was playing with Adam, but even when I played with some other really talented players in the past while we were kind of all learning the game, like Paul Rose and some of these other guys that, I mean, they're playing sometimes 8-9 tournaments and nationals, something like that. I think the most I ever did, even when I was with Adam, was I think we had a season where we played 7+1. And I think that the most I did was that 3 years in a row. It's a lot. It's a ton on your body. You do sacrifice a lot. Weekends away, stuff.
Yeah. Especially as a racket sports director here, you got a full schedule.
And even more kind of, a little bit of the current state of paddle is we've had so many people come in to our club and to all the surrounding clubs, and the programs here have absolutely popped in Chicago.
Yes.
So, I mean, we're going to be at about 300 individual players very soon.
Wow.
We added 2 temporary courts because we ran out of space to put people.
Wow. How many teams you're running out of North Shore?
So we got 11 men's, and we have...
That's outstanding.
9 ladies day and 4 ladies nights.
Wow.
It's
ladies
great.
night paddle, yeah.
And we've got an in-house program with the ladies that's about 30 to 40 players. I mean, it's
good for you guys.
I mean, it's very busy. So, anytime you're talking about doing all these tournaments, you're getting away for weekends and.
Yeah, I don't think the average fan or paddle player understands how much of a commitment it is.
Yeah.
And that just the travel alone can be. Very time
That's
consuming.
a nice roller, glued it into the side screen nicely, just like we practiced, man. It's good.
Made him move. Got to go at him just a bit. No pun intended. I know it's Adam. That was a really bad pun. Sorry. Terrible. Take the mic.
That was bad. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good.
I've had worse. Did that catch? It did not. It almost did. We had a front row seat for that one too, and I thought he might have.
Well, and even if it, like, when in doubt, call it out.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's a good.
So, how long has the the night paddle been going on? Because I know at the club where Matt and I were teaching, we didn't have very many teams anyway, but we definitely didn't have ladies night paddle. How long has that been going on?
Oh, it's a good.
Oh,
Oh, that's a great volley. I mean,
unbelievable hands.
almost like. Thank you for the replay there.
And I think that's set. Is it not? Is that how he just ended the set?
Okay. I
sound
don't
that
think
way.
he
Yes,
actually
it was,
missed it. Yeah, I thought that was a drop volley, but he was there for that.
No, he did. He made it. That's set.
well, we're
Hey,
gonna.
can we get a better beat here?
What do you want? What do you want?
I don't know, like some hip hop or something, man.
I don't think we have any hip hop on here. Let me think. No, I got a little reggae.
All right,
maybe.
well, we will be right back. Hopefully we
give
can
me some
figure something
reggae.
out during the break. We will be right back after messages
We
from
try to
Illinois
keep it
Bone and Joint.
low-fi.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Keep
Well, I
going.
wasn't done.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, I got. You're gonna put me live, and I'm not ready for that. Oh, hi.
We're live.
Oh, hey.
Of course
Look
you're
at that, we're live. We're here with my buddy Will Colmar. I'm Matt McClure alongside Sean Albrecht and the legend,
Yes.
Will Colmar, director of racket sports here at beautiful, historic North Shore Country Club. Often confused with the happiest place on earth.
It is a very happy place. We've just saying that we've really grown the program in the last few years. I mean, byproduct of the membership getting absolutely inflated the last couple seasons. But did you see that on court one?
Yes.
Paul Buck switching
Nice little
hands
snap.
to hit that. That was beautiful.
All right, well,
Yeah.
it's nice to hear how you've grown the program, but I want to talk about how you've grown physically over the last couple of years. What's your hormone replacement therapy like now?
Well, none, and that's why
That's a problem.
I put on about 25 unwanted pounds.
That's not all the bad kind.
No. I mean, they're just unwanted. Somebody might want them. I'll sell them. I don't know.
I'll find them.
Yeah.
I have too many as it is. I'd love to take them off your hands.
I had a brilliant idea this summer. We had just had our second kid, and I was sleep deprived, not making a lot of good decisions. Bought a pair of rollerblades. I live about 5 minutes away by car, and said, "Hey, I'm gonna rollerblade to work," and I have not opened the case yet.
I think the key is that you bought a pair of rollerblades.
Yeah, I did. I mean,
That's
I
amazing.
had the
You
initiative
made
to do it.
Yeah. You made the initial decision, which is enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm not an endorsement, though, right, Cal?
It's like trying to sneak workouts in whenever you can, and
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's a
I'm like,
very,
yeah, you know what?
very
I can
2002
I can
decision.
drive to work. It's not
You
a
know
whole lot
what?
of
I
gas.
don't have to get on the skates.
Yeah.
I think we're ready. Are we ready to go here? Almost.
We're close, it looks like. Great first set from these guys,
It
6'4",
was.
doing battle.
Especially from the. You have a mascot, Coach? Is it the North Shore Country Club? River dogs? What do we call them?
River dogs.
I'm throwing it
Flying
out
fish.
there. Yeah, Flying Dutchman.
You know what? We are the narwhals. We are. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, good one, Will.
Yeah, no, we are the narwhals.
Yeah, no, I
that's
get
our,
it. Yeah, no, it's
All right.
fun
Well,
one.
whatever.
I
man. We
knew
are
there
the
was
narwhals.
somebody. I knew.
But we should be. We have these incredible, what are they like? They're bottom feeder fish that are in this lake of ours, and one of these guys, one of the members on our Series 3 team, Craig Hudson, pulled one of these out. I swear it must have been 60 pounds.
Wow.
Bigger than my two boys at home.
Wow.
It was incredible.
Well, there's a lot on the bottom of the feed, I suppose.
Yeah, there is.
Look at the
A lot of
touch.
golf balls.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it. We're back to the grind here in the ad side. It's
gonna
probably
say.
the right way to play this for these
Great
two.
touch.
Wow.
Patience.
Tango with
Paul
John
is there.
Yep.
Look at that. Poke drive.
I love that. I want to see some more of that. That roller going.
How does he keep it? Oh,
Yeah, threaded the needle.
it's just kind of a flat, lay it back backhand there.
Got to keep
Kind of a
looking for
little
that.
Sammy Giamalva. I'm trying to think of another player from way back that had that kind of game. Sammy Giamalva. Well, you didn't like that guy. Well, your generation's not going to know that one anyway. These guys are older than me. I'm talking about the guys I'm talking about. That I'm referring to. Not the guys on the court.
Talking about the guys I'm talking about.
I don't think the guys on the court. I think Coach Will's right. I think I'm older than everybody out there.
Age is state of mind, Sean.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're so kind.
I'm 170.
Great drive from Patience, by the way.
Yep.
Just keying in on that thing. Got a nice, we like to call that a mix. You probably say the same thing, maybe, Coach? Mix of topspin and pace on it. And depending on...
That's another
Yeah.
nice measured drive
Yeah,
there.
he's walking a mile for that forehand. Smart.
Cal, did you make enough patience puns during the first set, or
He didn't
do you
make
need another
one,
shot
which
at
was
it?
really amazing.
Are you okay?
considering.
Are you feeling
I
all
know
right?
he's not quite there. I don't know. Nice. I can get the fourth headset out, Cal, if you really want to be on it. What? No, we'll. They don't need to. We'll just pretend you're hooked up. Don't worry. It's fine.
It's a great ball.
It's fine.
Will, what did you work on this week, and are these guys doing the drill?
I was just gonna say that. It's so funny.
Real men don't drill.
Oh, okay, great. That doesn't
So
affect
those
me because
numbers-
I'm not a director anymore, but you might not want to let that slip too.
Are those
Any
numbers
of the programs
Spencer's
in the
numbers?
area.
Is that Spencer's handwriting out there on the? Are those her numbers?
They
right
are.
there?
You recognized, yeah. Positioning stuff that we have no use for.
In the men's game?
Yeah.
Good call.
Yes, you.
I'll tell you what.
We
I
will
love
track
this
these.
idea. That was a good move from Pops there again. I keep
great
calling him.
overhead.
What's his first name? I'm sorry.
And the spin move.
What was his
ass.
first name? Paul. Okay.
Paul is his first name, and PJ is his.
This
Son,
kid, but
yeah.
I thought PJ and
Son.
Paul were the brothers. My fault.
That's the.
Or is it a
They
Paul
could
Jr.
be
and
brothers.
Senior?
Yeah, no,
I
that's
don't
fine.
know. You know what I'm saying? Paul,
I'm sure Paul would appreciate them being referred to as brothers.
Didn't quite mean it that way, but we'll take it. We're gonna roll with that.
Now, earlier during your match, Will, I made a comment about how you're my favorite example of a pro that teaches correctly. I mean, I've been on the court with you a lot, and you've got a lot of great tactical knowledge, and then the way that you play is something that no one should ever emulate ever. How do you feel about that? Initial thoughts? Relatively accurate, or you think it's just a level separator?
The hypocrisy level is through the roof.
It's pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know.
I don't mean that in a way where you make bad decisions. I mean it in a way where the average person can't
Pretty much
pull
relate
off the
to
stuff
pulling
that
off
you
something.
can do,
Yeah.
and so it makes it a bad
Right.
decision.
It's hard for me to. So I will tell you this. When I started teaching, I stuck to the script a lot. I will say that, like in private settings, like in group settings, I don't think I will
Great shot
teach.
from Lavoie.
I won't teach very hyper-aggressive ways of playing, because a lot of that is dependent on having a super robust toolkit.
Right.
And
Individual skill
yes,
set.
I
Good point. Yep.
I have been teaching a lot more individuals how to build rollers and cut shots and
Sure.
I mean stuff that I don't think I would have done 5 years ago. So if somebody comes on and says, "Hey, I want to work on my serve," I'll tell them, "Hey, I think the best thing to do is to have an underhand serve like Lavoie's got in your back pocket. Like, build that first.
Sure.
If you want to learn how to cut the ball, learn how to cut the ball. But you're going to have to spend at least a season or so faulting your brains out just to get it. And then guess what? Half the time it's not going to work anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, like, I'm all for building the tools and then, like, saying, hey, you got to have a signature of your own figured out.
Yes.
But because if you're not doing anything interesting, if you're Adam Morgan out there not doing a damn thing,
Right.
you know, just kind of
Right.
popping the ball around, I got to dig at him whenever I can.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's a great example of a guy who plays pretty textbook, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a kill shot. He doesn't bring a ton of offense. He does from the back.
Oh, he'll rock the
he
ball from
rips
the
the
back.
ball.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
when he's up at the net, like he
Yeah.
hits a very mid-level roller.
But I would say that like like it's really important to have role players on your team too, like players that are gonna have kind of predictable patterns and
Sure.
be rock solid. Still, I mean, Adam brings some serious offense. Even at the net, like he'll hit great nicks, but there isn't anything he's going to do that's going to be abrupt and like
No.
unsurprising.
No.
I'm
He just doesn't
I'm all
miss.
for players playing like that. I do that to a fault. I play, sometimes really stupid paddle because I find it interesting, and I'm kind of okay losing that way too.
And you're trying not to, bore yourself into oblivion.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
Well,
you
that
gotta,
is
you
that
gotta
is
make your own bed.
that
you
is
know?
the difference, though, isn't it, coaches? You got the ideas, and I've said this more than once to students on all racket courts, on all courts, whether it's tennis, pickleball, platform. Look, you want to have fun. I don't want to take that away. Go ahead
Yeah.
and do that, but you got to
Yeah.
also realize that if you're looking to win and play percentage, sometimes you got to shelve a little bit of that and try to enjoy playing percentage paddle. So I'm totally with you, because I mean, most of the people that I'll show someone like a kick serve to or whatever and say, those are the guys that can.
took
Boy,
the
I'm
bait.
just not good at getting the ambient mic down enough to get the profanity out of it.
I think you're
my
gold.
mistake, and I apologize, everybody at home, all tens of you that are watching.
It's the internet.
But I'll show somebody a kick serve because they can hit another serve already, and they just want something else in the repertoire. I totally get that. But I'm not going to show somebody who can't really hit a serve in. Hey, let's work on your kick serve.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember explaining it to a student one time where they said, how aggressive should I be during the match? And I said, honestly, you should be aggressive right up to the point of alienating your partner. Like, that's the limiter,
And,
right?
and that's the difference between me and you. I would have told him blow right through that barrier.
Get way past that.
Yeah. Start playing singles
What are
out
you
there.
waiting for? Yeah.
How do you think I got rid of Adam?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Nice dig. Oh, almost.
No, deep. Yep.
That was a great nick, though. From the Winter Club Vikings. I don't know. Or what? Do they have a mascot too? I don't know.
That sounded good.
Didn't it?
I bought it.
Didn't it? All right. There we go. Gonna work for it. The Berserks.
No, I'm not buying it.
Okay,
The
never mind.
Vikings sounded.
Berserks. Yeah. That's right. The Vikings are working.
Winter
I mean,
Club,
it's very
placebos.
sedatives. Yeah. No. That would be my team. Would be the sedatives.
I don't know.
It's definitely my collegiate team for sure.
Yeah, Patience has done a good job of controlling some of the pace in the deuce side. I love the tempo that we're playing at in the back court.
Great lob.
Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah.
Not forcing
Sneaks
too much.
it over.
Still looking
That
for
right shoulder.
Right, this is actually a good team comp. I haven't watched them too extensively together, but I do like how they play together, at least in this setup here.
Great dig first volley there.
Yep.
From Paul. Another good lob.
Lavoie's very calm, and then even those two were just glued right in, and he was very calm and scraping those off the side
yeah.
screen. Not really scared of the nick ball. That's a good sign too. Blocking one, yeah. I mean, just a really kind of nice decision making from the hand side. Okay.
I like the poke drive though. Just to,
That
again,
was a nice little splash.
could probably get it a little more aggressive. Took a chance on a
Kinda liked
screen.
it. Yeah, it didn't unlock quite as much as he was hoping.
Yeah.
Ended up having to try to shovel it from slightly behind the ideal point of contact, but I do like the look for that.
Just that one.
Yep.
I swear he's trying to keep it even on purpose. I swear to God, he messed that up. Something's going on there.
Going for the record on the deuce
Exactly.
game.
I don't know. I suspect collusion everywhere, Coach. So
It's not the NBA, Sean.
it's smart up the middle. Drive there. Working that roller. Way to build a wall on that one. Quasi tomahawk.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great volley from that far off. They probably don't want to be there that far off, but that was a great volley.
Yeah, it's a good point, Coach. Sometimes you got to build a wall. You're going to have a little easier time volleying that thing. But if you're skilled enough, I guess you can stay back.
Yeah.
What's that like, I wonder? I've never been that skilled, so wouldn't know how that works out. All right, deadlock with the bamboo shoots here. This is an important game. If nothing else, oh, and he gets away with it.
Great drive.
Lefty magic, yeah.
Just kind of snapped it.
I was telling both Cal and Matt earlier, speaking of shots, one of your signature shots, it's one of my favorites only because, although I don't teach it that way, to your point earlier, just kind of a backhand flick lob, like just in the corner, just don't necessarily follow through. Which I always tell people, hey, you got to make sure you get your paddle low and follow through, lift it. And I just flick it because that's the way I always did it in tennis anyway. So I just kind of, it's just really smart. Yeah, good hands there from
I kind of like it. I don't know if I like two players blitzing at once, but I did like that move from John. Put a little bit more pressure on him. I kind of like to see Adam stay behind them, just kind of offer a release valve on that one.
Yeah,
but,
stagger.
You know what, the lob thing, watch Johan Duran.
Oh, no, I know.
I mean,
no, I know.
Look at how small the movements he makes with this. It's almost like he doesn't move his paddle.
No, I'm with you. The problem is, more to the point, is that it's difficult to teach.
Yeah, you have to have very fine...
Right. Yeah.
muscle memory in your wrist.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just a very, very delicate shot. But if you can master that, I actually think it increases the stability of the shot.
Oh, I agree. And the thing is, I'm just so used to do. That's just the way I would always teach.
I agree too. I think it's very. You have to go through the rest of the rungs to get there. Like you can't just start doing that.
No.
Well, and then after you pull that off with the short movement on the lob, you have all that extra time to set up the next opportunity.
Well, there's a great point. That's a great point,
the big
Coach.
follow through and the rotation and the recovery step afterwards, does take time.
Recovery. This is recovery of what you speak. I don't know what this word means.
Paul, it didn't matter. Missed the volley deep.
At least he's realistic about there. All right, we're at. Look at that.
3-1 Carollos. Okay.
It's a nice serve, by the way. Sneaky pace on that one.
Big.
Nice.
That one locked really
deep on
nicely.
it.
That was one of the first screens.
I don't even know if it was
trouble with.
I'm not going to say it was inadvertent, but I mean, like the first one where he hit it a little harder, and then the second one was a little softer. Because sometimes
Pace of play picking up a little bit here. Yep.
Good communication. Like to hear a few more you go, I goes out there.
I kind of don't mind this from the Carollos, seeing if they can speed up the pace of play just a little bit. Like get them to get a little jumpier in the back.
Great move from PJ.
Good
I agree.
But PJ with the shift.
Yep.
Cut it off.
You can call that a poach. We couldn't we? call it a bunch.
Well, I mean, I guess a big part of it is just the recognition that a good lob or something that, you know, kind of catches your partner off the net, you have to kind of activate if you're the net player.
Yep. Are they having trouble to score again? Cal, you need to jump in this time again.
The live stream team likes to really insert themselves into the match, given every opportunity.
Little do they know we
Total guess.
Yeah, had no clue.
we have no idea.
We're just trying to advance play, or you know.
I was thinking about the chili. I wouldn't even.
There was that might have been the score.
You're going back, Coach Cal. You know it.
Give me a big sloppy bowl.
You gonna dip your knee in that thing?
God, yeah, that's
Sting a little bit. That's all right. God.
it's a great return again. Yeah, the only problem with going eye against John is that his natural forehand is down the line, like the
Inside it,
rotation is taking it in that direction. So it's not a bad idea to do it. I would be playing a floating eye against him, seeing if you can get him to over or under hit that drive down the line, and then, you know, seeing if you can create a play off of that. It's nothing good is going to come from basically any way they set up trying to barge into the net right now. Did get the game though, so 4-1.
I think they're going 3. Cal, that's not for me, is it? Boop. Because if anybody gets one, it probably should be Coach Will. No?
Oh, that's a great move.
That's yours, though, Osman. Give it a. Yeah, I could have liked. I would have liked some too. Oh yeah, skywalking. Nothing throws a wrench in the plans other than an 800-foot lob. All right, we're going to let Coach Will get back to his misery with the knee injury there. But we got to thank him for the hospitality.
And what's
for
the score there,
commentary.
Shauner? I apologize.
I'm going to say, let's go with what a shot. I will say 15-30. That's what I'm gonna throw that at.
Okay.
All right, a big thanks to Coach Will for jumping in and doing
Yeah.
some announcing for us. Although we're going to let him have a beer because it's his paddle night too.
I know.
So as much as I'm sure he
And I'll cry if I want to.
loves commentating
Oh, that's
with
right.
us
That's a party.
and
That's
for us,
Good lobs. He goes for the
little
inside
wide on
out.
the back foot roller. Not to be confused with my best shot, the fadeaway volley.
Everything I do fades away these days.
That's where I'm.
My best shot is when I set the paddle down. All right, thanks, guys.
You're welcome. What do you
Well, I
want?
was trying
you
to
want
be
support
supportive
for
by
that?
not addressing it,
You
but
want support for that?
My
I believe it's
best
30-40, by the way.
That's what I've got.
Just in
my
case.
best
Well, I'm
shot is
thinking
when I
that's
put
what
the
it
paddle
is.
down. I don't think
yeah.
that helps your partner much, Cal, do you?
No, in pickleball, my best shot is when I kind of turn sideways so that the ball can go past me. I am good at that.
All right, I take it back. It looked like it was 40-30, not unless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, so we're
that's
4-2 here in
Exactly.
the second set. And we are, one thing's for certain, we are set for a good match. All right,
Was that a set pun there?
it could be.
That's awesome.
It was a setup.
It's a
Gonna
jump.
work. I
It's a
love the lob
conclusions
off
match.
that ball. This is the terrible idea. It's all right. So
Yes, it's horrible.
click it. Nope, it won't work. Nice try. Finding the nick
Yep.
on that
Causing
overhead.
just enough problem.
A CPTC
Mass hysteria.
documentary, Finding the
Yeah.
Nick.
The only hazard, I think, of truly committing to the two-handed backhand everything is
Yeah.
that you can occasionally get jammed up.
Oh, absolutely.
You can occasionally get jammed up to a point where, you know, if that ball sneaks in behind you, it's no longer beneficial.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and sometimes sometimes players overcommit just a little bit. Like you have to be able to drop off your non-dominant hand
and almost hit it lefty.
Yeah, and like you know, or play a ball, you know, really close to your body that you wouldn't be able to pull off normally if you leave both arms on it.
Hands, No, you're absolutely right. No, it's good. Another great.
I bet you can do it 90% of the time.
From Paul. That's awesome. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there's just that. There's
One
always
time
going to
you
be
gotta
that
let
1
go.
out of 10 where it's just kind of like, it's an awkward, you know, move, or you have to clear too much of your
nice
body
pirouette.
up. Using his classic ballet training to his benefit. He's just
all right. Winter Club Vikings jumping out to a 5-2 lead here. Paul and PJ Carollo on the brink of winning this second set, forcing a third.
all of this audio is going to get copyright strike with the music outside. We're going to have to justify to YouTube why we're not pirating music.
Oh, we are.
We'll just
we are?
This is just an elaborate scheme.
Okay, is it working?
Well, until I said
Later,
something.
later someone can extract the audio.
I think it's working.
AI.
But again, I'm not an endorsement. It's a smart overhead. Just keep it simple at this point.
And that latest comment was brought to you by the CPTC's own Sean, the endorser. Albrecht.
Endorser.
Now that wouldn't be a bad band
Is that
name,
like
the
being a notary?
endorsers.
Basically. Except his stamp just says, not that I'm an endorsement. Just stamps it on everything.
I'm more like a notary.
Not that I'm an endorsement.
Notary republic is what it is.
Nice.
All right, 15 all. The North Shore Country Club Narwhals down 2-5. A little long with the first volley.
To the Winter Club River Dogs.
I don't know. It's what I thought would be a good one, but I don't know. Vikings really works out. Kind of. I just didn't want to get in the way of. Whoa, there's cover. Way to cover the Nick. That's a really good waterfall. Nice scoop.
Little
Tell you
180,
what.
no big deal.
Yeah, Paul putting on a clinic over there. That's going to be trouble, yeah. Almost a quasi-seamer there, Coach. Just kind of spun off that back. What? Spun off that back screen.
Oh, no, I just keep thinking that one of the cameras is shaking, which I think is funny because it's actually just Cal unable to control the bouncing of his legs. It's shaking the whole table. Yeah,
That's why I'm so skinny.
Bouncy castle.
It's true, actually.
Yeah. Restless leg syndrome.
That like, something about activating that
Just
part of your
out.
calf all the time, like
Cal-
rockets your metabolism.
Cal Bouncy Castle, no.
So
You know what?
maybe
I've been
consider
called
some
way
full
worse.
leg casts or something. Like
Yeah.
Full lower body cast, and then maybe.
Tommy
I was
Copper.
thinking about a medically induced coma with a feed bag for like a couple months.
Nice.
I think that will help.
Look at that. Oh, the tomahawk overhead. Wow.
The rehab just seems like an inconvenience, though.
See one of those every while. He's there.
At least you won't have to chew your own potato chips anymore, like a sucker.
And who doesn't like to do
Good
that?
hands.
Look at the
Oh, the
blitz.
knife fight. Good
From
close.
PJ.
By PJ.
Brian Urlacher.
Battling for every point.
All right, here we are at deuce. Good wide serve. Patience. Hats off to him. Caps off.
Well, once again, not to be too dramatic, but this is kind of a must-win game for Savoy and Patience if they want to stay in this set.
Well, technically it's not.
But if they want to stay in the set, it is.
The hands.
Isn't it
Wow.
interesting how, like, that stuff, no one will call reporters on questions like that? Like during, like, the World Series, right?
Sure.
The score,
Oh, what a shot.
you know, the games are tied 1-1, and they're like, would you consider the next game
Crucial.
a must-win game? And no, like, you know,
Yeah.
GM or coach or player will be like, no, I wouldn't. Because you see how it works is
Well, how it works, obviously,
It's the
is
best
that
of 7,
Right.
CC.
If
So
we don't win
this
one of
game
them.
isn't a must-win game, nor is the next one. But after that, that would be considered a must-win game.
Well, if you want to get to 2, it's a must-win game.
Well, and obviously,
Back to deuce.
the truth is those questions are kind of silly because everybody knows the way professional sports work is it's just whoever wants it more.
That's right.
That's who's going to win the game.
Well, and there's a God
Is that
factor.
Great
serve out?
serve.
Okay, no. Just a fantastic serve.
Yeah, but talking about just go right at him. Sometimes you don't need to hit a corner.
Nice.
Look at the
Or you can do the
switch.
Tyler Frazier approach and hit 5 screens with the ball.
Start rocking aces.
That's a big
Yeah,
serve.
he has to have one of the biggest serves I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
awesome.
He
Oh,
just-
he does
He
tag
has
it.
one where he just goes after the corner. He's just going to hit as
All
hard as he
day.
can at the corner.
All day. Yeah. Good patience from
Yeah.
Paul Carollo right there. Nice
Watching
skill.
the ball the whole time. Nice volley.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe caught a little bit off the net, but nice shot. It's a good roller.
Wow. He's got some height on.
Gosh, isn't that just one of the toughest parts of paddle, that you can hit a sequence that's that good,
Oh.
right? Like a shot sequence
they
that's that good, and
are
then
able to
one good
run
lob
back on-
gets out of trouble.
Was that game?
Well, no, I mean, that's why I think I won.
Yes, I believe so.
Thank you, burgers. Thank you. Wow, I'm getting
And
getting
the
fed
orders are in.
tonight.
Why was mine the one that was muted? I
don't
wasn't
know.
even being asked. Some sound guy.
I just randomly
Hurts my
muted mine.
feelings.
We didn't like your attitude
It's an elaborate
fair.
prank,
Yeah.
for the last 30 seconds. We didn't like your attitude. Now it's okay, by the
but
way.
only for that team. Thank you
right.
for improving.
That's right. It's really nice that
You really turned that around.
them to feed me, because let's face it, I could go without a meal for, well, 2 or 3 years.
Like Tom Hanks from Castaway.
Or like Jackie Gleason in the Tom Hanks movie, Nothing in Common, Cal.
Maybe forcing that one a little bit.
I think so.
Came out pretty
Yeah,
low
yeah.
out of that back screen.
A lot of style points, though.
Does that bring us to $5 or 30 love? I think it's 5 all.
15 all.
Yeah.
Oh, nice waterfall pace on that one. Way to one-time it. Got to screen that one. Well, they do like the isolation, and
That
it
is-
seems to be working.
Probably the right shot. Just
think
has
so.
to maybe step forward on that ball a little
Yep.
bit, but
I'm going to say one of my least favorite things about paddle is when we stream it in here, and then I see all those guys in their short sleeve shirts, and I kind of forget that it's cold out, and then I walk outside.
to do something. That was
Great
a mistake. Great dig.
The
lob.
slice. Call this guy the fruit ninja. Or don't.
That's the one. Great lob. These are some really good lobs here.
Absolutely.
Really backing Carollo's out of the service box for several steps in a row. Probably
Oh,
time
that
to
was
capitalize.
actually a really good time. Yeah, that was not
Yeah.
a bad play. Maybe got out of his strike zone.
Yeah, the
Well, Carollo set
opportunity is
points
there
here.
for sure.
Kind of moved to his right.
I love moving to my right.
Almost as much as moving to my left.
No, moving to my left is suspect.
That's
at
going to work.
best.
Look at the
Great
touch.
lob. Yeah, but moving to my right, that's my strength. Great hands. Great
Wow.
He
hands.
would not back off.
Solid defense.
Not
there.
Shout out to
today.
Fuchsia.
I'm not going to.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with promoting our national sponsors from
That's right.
the national tournaments as well.
And I have to
Doesn't
assume
make him
it's
any
partly
better, by the
because
way.
Lavoie is so tall that he can get away with just kind of holding his
What a
racket
shot.
out from the
I
baseline
love the
and
poke
volleying.
drive.
Yes.
That's tall
When
privilege.
PJ was off the net like that. Very smart.
Yeah. Probably helps you in some circumstances. Not as easy to dig balls out low from the screen, though.
There's a try. He's got some pace on it. Great lob. We're just reading the screens really well here. another good load.
This guy's got subtitles on. Reading the screens. Because like,
I got
as if
it.
you were like watching
I
a movie,
got
but
it.
you were reading.
I will never get tired of
Phonetically.
your forced insertion of
There's a quote.
puns and callbacks.
You see, because he's reading the screen. See, you see what I did there?
You get it? Do you get it? Because, okay.
I'll say it again if you want. Good.
See, I just
Again, I like
trust
that
my
drive, too.
audience more. I could have said something
Well,
like,
the
like
Nicky's
a guy
there.
who's
Good
reading at a movie
flex.
theater. He's got subtitles on.
Right.
This guy's building a treehouse.
You went
out there.
highbrow. That was the
This
difference.
guy's-
You went
yeah, he's
highbrow with that
building-
one.
This guy's building a treehouse the same way I build a house when I play basketball. Made out of wood.
Nice.
This is the point of the match here. Oh,
And a
yeah.
pretty-
Oh, it's a good
Smart.
close
Bring
on
him
that.
in. Make him volley as he's moving back. I love it.
This came up a lot at charities as well in a bunch of the matches on Saturday and Sunday. But the importance of drawing your opponents to the net
Yep.
so that you can, close the time that they have, or close the reaction time a
Yep,
little bit,
yep.
and pull them out of position so that they have to cover different parts of the court.
Without a doubt.
Sometimes you get stuck just kind of attacking, putting the ball in the screens all the time and thinking about keeping people back. And there's huge value in drawing someone forward on your terms.
Something that's just so sage, because I even mentioned that to you during one of the matches during charities, which was, and there was one team there that's just so comfortable with themselves, they can pretty much do whatever they want. They didn't end up winning the tournament for once, but they're definitely, they like to be pretty much at the net on a regular basis. But what I noticed was when they were playing one team, they would win more points just playing deep from the baseline instead of being at the net, even though they're more comfortable at the net. Just basically telling another team, hey, look, we want you to do something that maybe you're not as comfortable with.
Little pickleball action.
It's not easy to continue to do that, though, if you get locked into a style. Like, no, that's not what we want to do. We want to be at the net, or we want to be at the baseline. And sometimes, that's great hands. Look at this. Awesome. He's there. But again, yes.
Oh, so close.
Almost. Superb.
And that's set.
All right,
Wow,
it looks like
the
we are
set
going
again.
3. Just barely wide.
Wow.
Good read.
Another
there, Cal.
three-setter.
All right, well, we're going to
Must be
take a
something
quick
in the
break
water.
and hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back in a couple of seconds.
In a
for
jiffy.
the
Betcha.
third.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
No, what we need is the. Sorry, we need is. I'm sorry. Let's just say it.
We do need
we need Lily on there in this song here.
Lulu?
Don't do it. Don't do it, Cal.
I didn't know you were here.
Don't do that.
And we're back for the third set here at North Shore Country Club. Series 3
Yep.
here in Glenview, Illinois, USA.
Landmark ridden.
Planet Earth,
Yes.
Milky Way
Lady.
galaxy, as far as we know.
Now here's a fun thought
Adam
experiment.
Lavoie serving
Paddle in
for.
zero gravity.
That's a great
You'd have
name
to
for.
add like a. You'd have to add like a roof.
It's a great name for a paddle
That's
company,
just
though.
Ender's Game.
Yeah.
Zero gravity.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's just zero gravity.
Or you could go more technical and go parabolic arc.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, you're trying too hard.
Yeah, I like that. That's another highbrow.
Boom.
If you're not going to pick up on that,
Well,
then
Matt liked it.
You don't.
then you didn't. Then there wasn't enough You didn't finish your
Good
PhD program.
hands.
And now feels like a
The
good
pirouette
time.
works. Oh, thank you so much. You're the best.
As we're in this third set, to give another shout out to our wonderful sponsors, Illinois Bone and Joint, Wind Trust, and Viking.
And Viking.
Again, without whom support this live stream would cease to exist, and that is a planet I don't want to live on.
Yeah,
Speaking of
that's
Earth.
a universe that shouldn't exist
No,
at all.
no. What a shot.
I gotta appreciate that you ran it at 15 love in the first game, and the point is continue to go.
There's no time like the
You know
present. Just ask Santa.
Forget changeovers. I know we have a built-in break, but we're gonna do it now.
The NFL would be better if they just ran the ads during the Hail Marys.
That is true. That's another good close.
Wait a minute. They have to do Hail Marys in the NFL.
Some of them.
Yeah, it's their penance for the violence.
Or for other things.
The other violence.
Deshaun Watson does a couple extra.
Yeah, that's important. That's one of the fun parts about platform
All right,
tennis is you
40
don't
love.
have to deal with that kind of stuff.
But you get to listen to the Beatsy Boys.
The Beatsy Boys? You mean Beastie Boys, right?
Beatsy Boys.
No, the Beatsy Boys. It's the
Again,
it's
it's
the
a-
Beastie Boys cover band.
My age, a group with which I am not familiar.
Just
literally
wide
is.
on the overhead.
There's a fairly
40-15.
famous Beastie Boys cover band called the Beatsy Boys. It's they're pretty good. Still nothing compared to the cover band of The Who, the Mongolian version, The Who, spelled H-U.
Oh, that is pretty clever, actually.
They're awesome.
I like that.
And they're heavy metal, too. They're not a cover band at all. It's just fine.
The Who.
Yeah, it's just The Who.
They're a waltz. They're like a polka band.
Well, yeah, and they play an instrument called the Erhu. It's the Chinese version. The Mongolian version is the morning kur. And it's,
Go wide.
wow.
Yeah,
Nice try.
Just missed it.
Right in the middle of our music lesson.
40-30.
I mean, you guys probably know that, like, the bows for violins are made out of horsetail, but
Yes.
the entire two strings of this instrument are made out of horsetail. Yeah.
That sounds difficult to master.
Yeah. I'll have to show you guys a video of them playing it.
Difficult to master.
I bet it's not as soothing as the hang drum.
Try making it.
It's for horses.
Try making it.
I'm not going in there.
Horse factory.
Not until the horse goes to sleep. I'm not going to get there.
Even then.
That was a good overhead. Just got to get. Okay. No way.
Oh, that's tough. The let cord clip that dies in the side screen.
Sorry, not sorry game.
So there it is. There's nothing you can do about that.
Speaking of changeovers, let's take this opportunity to thank our sponsors.
Yeah, I agree with
Illinois
you.
Bone and Joint, Viking Paddles, and Wind Trust Community Bank.
Keep lobbing them back. Take our chance and we get us.
Whoa!
All right, wait
We've
a
got a match on our hands.
Look, I didn't set the channel up for you to sing, Cal, so don't do that.
Well, then that's, I guess, curtains on my career
So-
as John Bovey.
Totally different
Low
set
wide.
of
Nice
engineering tools.
Well, yeah, kind of, yeah. Cal doesn't sing at a controlled volume anyway.
No, it's physically impossible for me.
So it's good. Oh, it was touch. I thought that was going to go out, but I guess not.
All right, caught.
Look at this.
Caught, and they stay in it.
It's a smart one-timer there from
And I don't think a point gets
That's
more
a
important
great
than this
lob
one.
down the
All right.
line.
some serious good defense there.
I respect the strategy. I know that they're working the deuce side a little bit more, but I think the positioning at the net, they might have to back up that plan a little bit. Yeah, that's a good close.
I agree.
You know what I mean? If you're going to continue to hit balls to the deuce side, then you might as well have that whoever's on the left side of the court back off a little bit in anticipation of that lob.
You can always deal a few down
At least
the middle.
when you see it coming.
Absolutely. But we always say just deal a few down the middle every so often.
You know what they say, Sean? Down the middle
can't wait
solves
to-
the riddle.
How do we?
I've never heard that. Is that new?
I actually just
Good
came up with it
over.
right
Oh,
now.
wow, it's not
great.
easy to
That's
do
a
off your
great
I was
back.
just
piece
being
of
modest.
No, for a kid at your generation to come up with all these quips from the 1920s.
I think I could maybe share that with every rackets pro on the planet Earth.
I think you already did.
Nice.
And done.
Wow. I was teaching with Sean one time, and we had a big group of beginners on the paddle court, and I did say something within the same breath that was essentially like, down the middle solves the riddle, and I hate myself. Just,
Well,
Couldn't
you've
help
got time. You'll learn to live with yourself.
nope, not happening.
Not after I ate that whole pizza.
I haven't figured it out yet, and I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Well,
That's one of the funniest
I mean,
things
eating an entire pizza like that is giving up on life. Some people go to McDonald's, and I eat a full pizza.
and Sean likes to swing by the Orange Julius and go for a walk in the park.
Who doesn't?
First of all,
I can confidently say,
great throwback
Great
to the Orange Julius.
tomahawk
Oh,
from
wow.
Paul. Oh, you
And the
just gotta-
pick.
It was, man. That's not easy. Neither shot.
I can confidently say I've never been to a Jamba Juice because there weren't that many around. It was,
Well, that's too complex a
was
carbohydrate.
it, I
for
want
you.
to say it was like Roblox. Do you remember that place?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not crazy. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that I know of it doesn't.
I don't
mean
know.
much. Great
That's
volley.
not that my endorsement
I
means
think,
anything.
From PJ, super angle on that
Yeah,
ball.
that's a good play. I hate to say it, but I think the Jamba Juice fad was before your time.
I think you're right.
There was a period of time when I
think
was
you're
in my 20s where like there was a 5 or 6 year period where that's what life was about.
If you're trying to insinuate that Jay Kordich
Love
is not
40.
as relevant today as he was,
That is 100% where I was headed.
No.
And I'm glad that you brought
and
it up.
I won't stand
I'm
for
glad
it.
that you brought it up, Cal, because guaranteed less relevant than ever.
Well,
1540.
I've still got my juicer.
Good lead. What a screen drive. In a little tight spot here at 1540.
But I don't subscribe to those Western medicine beliefs. I like to take my medicine an hour earlier than the doctor tells me to surprise the virus.
Yeah, good
These
call.
are not things your
Yeah.
average doctor's going to teach you, but these are what make the difference.
And yeah,
Touch.
Oh,
nice dig, great point.
Tell you what,
Well done.
even
2-1
if
on the
that drop
changeover.
shot was 50% inadvertent, okay? They took advantage of it.
Yeah, see, but this is one of my whole things about paddle is that there are times where you win with position, not with shot
Oh, yeah.
making, right? So if you see a point develop and you are standing in the right place and somebody hits the ball at you, who cares if that shot is intentional or not? You're playing the role, right? You're stepping up and you're hitting you're intercepting the volley.
So you can only complain so much.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, we had this match this one time where one of my students was saying, I don't think she's hitting that drop shot on purpose. And I was like, I don't care. She's standing right on the net. Stop letting her touch the
good
ball.
touch
That
there.
was a good play.
Yeah.
just one
But
of the
you're
many
right. No,
things
you're
paddle and
absolutely right, Coach.
dogfighting have in common.
That's right.
Dogfight.
Positioning is key.
Positioning is the key. Yeah.
Mike Halvick over here.
Yeah.
Boy, was that was one of the worst ones I
That
think I've ever.
coming from good stock.
Well, Sean, you can.
Oh no, don't best that. You know
All right.
Nobody wants to hear that. But because
You
you,
can
already
take
started.
my dog out of the fight, but you're never going to take the fight out of the dog.
in there.
Everyone wave at the line as Cal sprints past it.
Yes.
There it goes, everybody.
Well, he never listened anyway.
Well, it's like what Ford says with Bryan Cranston.
Oh.
We don't just raise the bar, we are the bar.
Tell you,
We are the.
So sooner or later, if you can just bombard somebody with enough reps where they're just going to make a crazy shot out of it. And we've all been there. On both sides of the equation, by the way. Great overhead.
Jeez.
not necessarily advisable, but
And Paul seems like he's got eyes in the back of his head there.
Yeah, I feel like they might have played together enough.
yeah, a little bit.
He might have spent enough time together.
Yeah, have an idea of what's up. I would really like to see one of these, one of these like kind of tomahawk drives get crushed, right?
Yeah.
Not just placed back down in the court, but just get smacked.
I agree, Coach. By the way, so let's just say they are isolating the ad side. How do you, other than maybe the tomahawk ideology, how do you get out of it?
The big one is that when you have the opportunity, you lob down the line, right? Because it starts to take away. If they're going to keep the ball on you and they're going to isolate you as a player, then they have to pass it straight ahead, and there's not an angle opportunity.
Great point.
Oh, my God.
Nice touch.
I mean, call the Corolla team a faulty light switch because these guys are switching all the time.
You really...
Sean has his hand in his
You really
his
went
head in his
around the
hands.
block to go next door on that one. That was...
Walking a mile is too weak a term. That was a nice shot. I tell you what, Paul Carollo is on fire right now.
Fuego.
Yes.
Oh, Al Fuego?
Both.
Okay.
Los
Both.
Gatos.
That's
Lost in the lights. I've been there.
And I don't know much.
The Matt McClure story.
Lost in the lights. I used to think it was above the lights, but now it's lost.
I was going air supply on you, the coach. I'm sorry. I'm all out of love. No.
Lost in
It's
the
lost
lights.
in love, not all out of love.
Disoriented
Come on.
by flashes.
Play along.
The Matt McClure story.
my story about dealing with
love
epilepsy.
40.
Yeah. It's
Having a rough time here.
Caught in the flashes.
Good serve.
That's what it feels like sometimes. Those LEDs get way up there.
Digging their way back, 15-40.
Sort of like a Chilean minor situation here. These guys are taking their way out. It's one of the few, like, everybody talks about, like, Balloon Boy and Michael Jackson's funeral and all these, like, moments you had
Big
to see
reference
live.
points, yeah.
One of the very few things I got to see live was the Chilean minors.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I got to bring it up, so here we are.
Little nice try. Yeah, he can't believe he missed it. Nobody else can either.
I feel like those kinds of
30,
iconic
40.
moments are lost now because of social media and the internet.
It's true.
It's just
It's
like
so true.
There it is. The other break.
That's a solid game right there.
Do you think it's fair to say that Team Lavoie and Patience might want to look to their namesake for what to do going forward?
That could be part of it. I don't feel like they're pressing and making a bunch of errors.
No.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I think that some of the opportunities that they're getting might not be aggressive enough.
Yeah, I agree.
They are having some chances, to intercept some of these shorter overheads, or when they do drive the ball, maybe to do a little more with it to start to really generate some pressure.
Yeah, the other thing is, if you're going to see that whether they're at the net or at the baseline, and they seem to be winning at both positions, so it's kind of tough to kind of figure out which poison you want to pick. Is a good. There's that lob down the line you were talking about, Coach. Just wasn't necessarily a transition-worthy shot. Oh, a little Doug Friedman volley there.
Little
Good
Roger
hands, good
Staubach.
hands.
Rogers?
Yeah, a little Roger Staubach volley there.
Again, a reference technically even before my time.
A little Bert Convey
Yeah.
forehand.
A little Johnny Rosencrantz.
A little Y.A. Tittle. All right, go. Great shot.
Good touch.
Wow.
All right.
I mean, I don't know what their current careers are, but these guys would make great salesmen because they are closing.
Just a little deep.
Long.
That was a good drive. It kind of
really was a good drive.
put it, kind of up high on the strike zone there.
Yeah, I wasn't even
For
sure whether
PJ,
that was
he
going to
kinda-
stay.
Yeah, got a little caught.
in
I don't know
bounds
if
or
it
not.
was or not, but he put it right at him in in kind of that right shoulder.
Exactly. Not much you can do about
Tough
that.
to get out of the way of it.
Exactly.
So the viewers at home, best place to aim if he's right-handed is the right armpit. If he's left-handed, left armpit.
If you're putting a drive, on somebody's body where you're trying to force an error, yeah, that's one of your big opportunities. Especially if you're, close enough to them where you feel like they can't get out of the way.
Yes.
And then on the other side, it's always great to make somebody kind of reach to their backhand side low. So you kind of got that combo.
The wombo
Of the high,
combo,
the
if you
high
will.
right pocket and the low left, hip kind of situation.
Yeah, combinations in platform seem to be a staple. And I'm not just talking about those type of, but I mean, if you're at the net and you're concentrating or you're isolating one side, you'll get a side back, then a back side, then go down the middle just to get that player moving. And then all of a sudden you can smack one right at him. That's good
a nice
hands.
little drive
Yep.
there. Oh, yeah, there it
Great
is.
shot.
There it is, Mr. Smooth Guy.
Yeah. Smooth, S-M-U-T-H-E. Smooth.
Like JB.
S-M-O-O-F.
Smooth.
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 Smooth. All right, hanging in there.
operator.
Again, I don't have it. Okay, no, we're gonna look. I don't
Little
have.
shot, eh?
I don't have pitch correction on this mixer.
Do you have auto-tune?
Nothing like that. So,
Okay, well,
all right. So,
then
so,
I can't be successful.
so climbing back into the boat here. Our Patience and Lavoie at 2-4. What a shot from Paul Carollo. Wow.
Yeah, this is not over, but Carollos definitely have the momentum at the moment. So
And just
that's
just basically
exactly what I was talking about, thus proving my point.
Yes. Just kind of almost jinxed him. I feel like I did it. I blame myself.
This is tough. You got to really take your time here.
Oh
to
my
dig out
goodness.
of
Gracious.
Super pace on that thing.
a monster. Okay.
All right. 5-2.
Now, this is a situation that I would consider a must-win game.
Well, we'll have to think about that. We'll run it past the analysts.
Yeah.
And,
Let's see what the
get the-
computer comes up with.
yeah, let's get the data on that. When
Let's
you're
ask
when you lose,
ChatGPT.
yeah, when you lose a game and you lose the match, does that really cost you the match? We'll get back to you guys here on the CPTC answering the
That should
burning
have been the quiz
questions.
question
It's a
for the
bold
day.
strategy, Cotton. Let's see
See
how
how
it
it plays out. Yeah.
You got to pay extra for that sometimes. What's the old joke?
Well,
yeah.
and the great thing about the CPTC Live is that we've had 2 3-set matches tonight, and you guys don't have to pay extra for that. That's just what
Thankfully.
we do here on our mission.
Matter of fact, depending on my commentary, you might feel like you got ripped off.
And once
All
again,
brick
we're going
guys.
to be...
Based on our commentary, I paid nothing and I want my money back.
if I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I'd have like...
Nice dig. Oh, I
6
thought that was
nickels.
going over.
Well,
That's like a
and
Popeye
we're
lob
excited
right
to
there.
announce
Well,
our
I'm
new
just kidding.
Patreon, which is Sean's personal food blog, where he just kind of sits and eats into the microphone.
Did I do that?
What a great idea.
No, you're not tonight. They're not getting that for free.
Oh, all right. Well, I would.
But
I
it's
see.
going to be
It's a subscription.
$830 a year.
A subscription.
Your ASMR chewing stream is going to be...
super return from
I'm
Lavoie.
stoked. I know you guys are. So stay tuned for
All
more
right,
on that.
15-40. If they want to take this a match, they're going the other way.
Great return.
Yeah, if they want to
Great
take this
volley.
match, they're going to have to win it. And that is just how the cookie crumbles.
Just a little wide. All right, that was
5-3.
the first of several must-win games for Lavoie and Patience. Can they hold on?
Speaking of getting back in the boat, Sean, they're going to have to channel their inner Evan Almighty and bring this home.
Now's the time for some formations. I can feel it. This is
Shot. Patience and Lavoie on a bit of a roll here.
Yeah, and like a snowball heading towards an innocent village, these guys are rolling.
But it's the Grinch. Still Christmas.
Man, I gotta watch the Grinch.
Innocent village.
Whoville.
Yeah.
You're going to bring Whoville into the panel?
One of the greatest holiday specials of all time.
Absolutely. A little miscommunication there, but it worked out. But you got two forehands down the middle. Sometimes that happens.
What was the dog's name? What was the Grinch's dog's name?
You know, I'm not even really sure.
I feel like him.
Nice dig. Good hands, great waterfall.
Oh, great lob off that thing. You know what? Not a bad idea.
Oh, yeah, great move.
You just can't
Maybe,
poke it.
maybe caught
that
it a little
long.
bit late
yeah,
as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like it was something basic. It was like Rex or.
It's just Max. Yeah,
Max,
nice.
Yeah. Nice close though.
Geez, when you said nice clothes, I thought you were talking about garments. Nice
Well,
clothes.
yeah, that's.
You mean Max wore nice
no,
clothes?
that's a
in the
solid third set comment. Now's a good time to be like, hey, great outfit. Just wide.
The ensemble.
30 all.
And after the ensemble is admired, we're at 30s, locked in, 3-5. North Shore 2 points away from. That was a great blitz. Smart blitz. And you know what?
We got a match point.
Give Paul credit. He kept that return low.
Sound the alarm.
Match point.
And I don't mean this to take anything away from the gentlemen on Series 3 or Series 8. But whether they win or lose, I feel like we should give a round of applause to the Carollo family for subbing in
Oh, nice.
5 series above where they usually play and giving us a great match.
Yeah, it's cool.
absolutely.
It's cool to. One of the cool parts about paddle, getting that opportunity.
To Coach Matt's point, I think these guys have played together long enough. I'm pretty sure they probably played into Series 3 or wherever before. They seem to have played a lot of paddle. So, but
Yeah.
you're right, though, Cal. They do get credit for that. So, playing some steady ball here. No.
Oh,
How does he do it?
that is tough.
Clean living. Brings it to deuce.
That's one way to stave off a match point.
Yes, look at their hands. Good overhead. Oh, that's just too good.
Great.
Just
Control.
playing. I mean, just.
That was a lot of movement from PJ, and he did not look uncomfortable at all.
No, not hitting that shot 1 inch from the net.
Yeah, just very relaxed.
There it is.
Oh, that's tough. Not a lot you can do with that one.
Great match.
Yeah, really solid. Couple of great matches here at North Shore Country Club, home of the Rapid Badgers.
The lightly irradiated orangutans.
All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us on a Tuesday night here in Chicago Paddle. We will be streaming the Cleveland Masters coming up this weekend, so you should tune into that. That is going to be on the APTA platform tennis channel, or the APTA.
Hello, is it fair to say that's going to be a hot tournament?
Yeah, I think that's always a fun one, for sure. I love Cleveland Paddle, and it's got a bunch of fun people there and a lot of good players, so it is...
it's going to be a steamer.
It is. I'm looking forward to it as well. And so Cal and Sean will be there, but we will bring in the announcers from the APTA so you guys can have a break from us.
That would be,
We're looking forward to it, but we will see you in Cleveland, and then we will see you next week for another edition of CPTC Paddle.
We can't wait.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still live.